Oh my god. We're gonna be live.
Fucking idiot.
I'm gonna shoot you.
He's
And
an
I'm gonna
idiot. He's like, any pills, just chuck them at me.
Your doctor would not recommend this.
Dude, I've been taking vitamin Flintstone since I was like 3.
Cool. Cool.
I'm immune to anything.
Oh my god. Alright.
Wait, are we
Alright.
live?
About to. I'm about to check. I believe we are live right about now. Category. No.
Okay, so Tekken was a shitty game, and
I'm gonna put in caption spoilers.
yeah. Go ahead.
I was thinking of your stream and you came online. Magic.
Who?
Coraline.
Thank God, it's another girl.
Hello,
Hey, Coraline.
Coraline. Well, welcome to our first official little podcast.
Just chatting.
Just
Ones that
chatting.
make sense, not about discussing a PS5 that was already out. With people.
All right. But I will put in the caption Last of Us discussion and more, just in case. But yes, we are talking about The Last of Us Part 1. Hello, Coraline. Take a seat, relax. I'm gonna get some Mortal Kombat in the background, but I'm here with Leon. Yo, this is my dude. We out here chilling. So,
Who else is a dude?
you can't. Don't say it. Don't.
One of the main
don't.
characters.
No, shut up. So anyway, you promise. She's like, Leon. Hi. Okay, so we're live. We're chilling. Don't mind us. Don't need a lot of viewers, but we're just gonna say our opinions of what we feel about The Last of Us 2.
It's not an opinion. Well, mine isn't.
Oh, well, let's just start with let's just start with the trailer, cause this is one of the.
Let's just start right away with the trailer that's very false advertising. And when I played this last night on my stream, I noticed it, but Alex really told me, like, he really voiced it. So there's one part in The Last of Us when you're Ellie and you're running from the wolves, and someone pulls you in and goes, shh. And in the trailer, it's Joel, and Ellie's like, what are you doing here? And he's like, you really think I'm gonna let you do this alone? In the fucking game, you turn around, and it's Jesse. And he says the exact same thing. It's Jesse, though. That was one of the main complaints I saw about people complaining about Last of Us, that it was very false advertising. Because they showed Joel throughout the trailers. But he gets pretty good at the beginning.
Yeah, I was sitting there like they advertised it to the point where it was just like, man, Joel's gonna be in here for a good chunk of this game. That's what it felt like. I was just like, I understand that they were planning to kill him because, like, it has to be like one of those
That was
apocalypse.
already a rumor when the very first trailer came out, before the spoilers and everything, that he's dead or he's gonna die.
Yeah, it was like the way Ellie was set up to be with all this blood covering her, and she was just playing. You played as her, and I'm like, man, Joel's not around, so it must be just her now. I thought Joel died of old age. I swear to God, that's what I thought when I first saw this game. I'm like, maybe Joel's just really old, because you really can't take Joel. He was already in his early 50s in Last of Us 1, so I'm sitting there like, okay, maybe he's just dead. This whatever, we're gonna play as Ellie. I'm like, okay, let's see how they're gonna do with her story. But fuck, you didn't even tell us about Abby and how much time she took out of the game. An unreasonable amount of time. Like, holy fuck.
Well, yeah, and that was the thing about the story. The story's honestly very all over the place. It's not really coherent. It's just everywhere. It doesn't make sense, and it really pushes a narrative. It's very controversial, which I know a lot of people that saw the leaks were saying, and it really is because let's get this out of the way. I like everybody as a person. I don't despise gay people, transgender people, or anything like that. As long as you're nice, and a good person, I don't care what you are, what you do, or who you like. But when a certain thing pushes a certain narrative too much, that's when it becomes a fault. And pushing everyone to be gay in this game, everyone and their mother is pretty much gay in this game. And the transgender thing, they were shoving that down their throat. Oh, by the way, Abby's transgender, like we couldn't already fucking tell. And then Ellie was, Ellie was, that was the one thing I'll give it to people who are complaining about the gay thing, about Ellie being gay. If you played The Last of Us DLC, like the first
They
one,
explained everything. Yeah, you kind of got the vibe. Yeah, got the vibe.
So that's it's just when you push something to a fault to make it a huge thing, or like I didn't even know that Lev was a girl, just identified as a boy. They're just really, really, really pushing it, and I'm just like, yo, that's fine and all, but it's like this doesn't
change the character. It doesn't make the character better. Doesn't make the character worse. It's just something to know about the character.
Right. There's no face value. There's no face value, but you have to scream, "I'm gay" in this game. It's like they had to remind you every time, "I'm a dude," and it didn't really do much for me.
Yeah,
and
but I wasn't really like caring about that. I was more caring about, okay, is the story going to be just as well narrative, like well driven, just like in the first one? Because the first one, man,
the first one was perfect.
The cutscenes were impactful, man. Like,
right.
I never
and there wasn't even that much death.
I never once like skipped a cutscene in The Last of Us once. But like I just didn't like Abby so much, so seeing her like happy in certain moments kind of made me not want to watch. Especially when she was like making out with Owen, I was just like, no, I didn't come here to see you loved. I came here to watch you die. That was the whole quest, to watch you die. You were supposed to die, bitch. And yeah, that's the whole thing. And I was kind of mad because one, you killed Joel like dummy quick, and I feel like if they changed the game's direction, not anything crucial, but like swapped out the whole killing Joel part and moved that close to the end, like, or at least attempting to kill Joel at the end. That way, when you introduce us to Abby, not me or you or anyone else watching the stream is going to sit here and roast her the entire time we have to play as her, because of the fact that ew, you guys are talking about it. Because of the fact that one, we don't like the character because of the way you introduced her. And that's the thing. I think that was the only thing holding Abby back. I think Abby had potential of being a good character, but that introduction, bro, that was so bad.
Right, and everyone always has an opportunity to be a great character if you set them up right, and Abby definitely wasn't set up right. So that's why immediately we get a foul taste in there. And the only thing that made me feel truly bad for Abby was that her father did die, and he was murdered. But it's kind of like they fucking threw that. They said, "Fuck it, let's just throw that in." He was the doctor, fucking Abby's father was the doctor, So I mean, they're just throwing in all these set pieces. But then after that, after you find that out, they're trying to make you feel like, oh, she lost a lot of things as well. But then even in day one in Seattle, when you become Abby, you literally see cages and them handcuffing people, and they're torturing people. So you don't really, oh, I pet dog. That doesn't make you a good person.
Yeah. Their group is insane.
People. Right. And then if you read the notes, because I like reading everything and I like knowing everything, and I like the side stories that people write. Like there was like 4 letters about this person named Jules. No idea who the fuck she is. But that guy was fucking constantly writing to that girl. But anyway, literally, there's 4 of Jules, we made it. Hope you get here. Jules, where the fuck are you? But literally, there was a notes stating the whole time that the wolves started that war. They broke the treaty. The treaty was that they were going to stay in their fucking territories with the scars and no harm, no foul. And the wolves were saying the scars broke it. No, the wolves broke it, but not everyone realized that shit. So inside of the whole team, they didn't even trust each other. And what character is bad and evil when their own teammate, Mel, comes up to Abby and says, "You're a shitty person. Do not come to Santa Barbara with us. All you do is fuck things up."
Come on.
And that's
Okay.
the thing. You can't make people feel bad for you and
I think that
try to be
moment
the
made the
protagonist.
scene bad too, because not only is Abby bad with like all the other people who she encountered, like Ellie, Joel, that whole group, her own circle she fucked with. How the fuck do you convince like I know Owen was drunk, but you still made him cheat on his girlfriend, and you still winged with it. You went with it.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, no wonder Mel calls you a shitty person. She was in a relationship with him. She's pregnant, and you still did it.
Hmm.
You didn't think about her at that moment. You didn't think about anything at that moment when you killed Joel. You only thought about yourself. And that before they started having sex, that scene when she had the audacity to get mad that Owen still believed in the Fireflies, and she told them to grow up. And Owen's like, oh, I should grow up? Maybe I should go find my family's killer and, torture him. Yeah, that's growing up. And the thing is saying, when people get physical with you, when you're using your words, it's because you're right.
Right.
It's because you're right. Like, she tried to hit him and assault him because she knew deep down what Owen was saying was true. Oh, my God.
But yeah, it was that type of shit that doesn't make sense. It was a lot of things all over the place. Another comment, kind of like what I said before that Alex found. This is kind of like Pulp Fiction, but at least with Pulp Fiction, it somewhat made sense. The middle started at the beginning, but they give you more context, and it fits. It makes sense. Kind of like there's one scene in Pulp Fiction to where what do they do? They fucking shoot this guy. They get shot at the beginning, but fucking they look behind them and they're like, oh, we didn't get shot. Samuel Jackson goes, this is divine intervention. This shouldn't have happened. The fucking white guy, he goes, no, dude, that shit just happens. And Samuel Jackson takes that as a sign to quit, and he quits the life. Later, and the white guy was making fun of him. Later, the white guy dies in the fucking movie. So it's kind of like that was a sign to get out. My point is there is no such thing as any type of coincidences or anything that makes sense or connects in this game. It doesn't. It's just, I'm gonna choose all of this. Hey, what's sad? Let's put dogs in here, make you kill a couple of them so you feel bad.
I didn't.
Because that's a pretty shitty way to make people feel bad. I only felt bad in the beginning because, it's a fucking animal. But then, of course, you get desensitized because they throw that. They throw the pregnant term, kind of like what Critical said. They fucking throw so many people. Oh, she's pregnant. Good.
That girl over there?
Like,
pregnant. Oh, don't forget,
right.
Pregnant. Like, oh my God.
Like, am I supposed to feel more bad at the fact that I already murdered someone? So it's just at the end of the day, and then you don't ever really get what you desired and what you gathered for. You wanted Ellie to have her revenge. Ain't happened.
Let's just talk about that one thing, the pregnant thing. Why were so many of them lying? Why was Dina lying about it?
And what the thing is? I think Dina could have been a great character, but you didn't really. Again, you kind of made her that. You kind of made her that annoying character that ended up being a burden.
It sucked because Dina only role in the game was she was Ellie's girlfriend. That was it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
That's why it kind of makes it seem like you're kind of just pushing them to be gay for the sake of being gay.
But shit, man, there was nothing else going on with her, and that kind of made me upset because then she threw the "I'm pregnant" thing, and that literally held Ellie back from her quest. She now had to make sure she was okay.
And they never explained anything with Jesse or anything like that, or past things with Jesse, or how it came about, or anything like that. And
that's another issue. I actually thought Jesse could be a well-written character, really good, but they gave
all of them, but they all get
immediately. Bro, everyone hated Manny on my stream. I liked Manny. It was just stupid.
I love Manny. He was just funny.
He was stupid.
He was a stupid character.
Because when he was talking, I'm like, man, he reminds me so much of Octane, but just stupider.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can get the whole chill vibe from him. Yeah, and then that was it. That was all he got. And Tommy took the back of his face off.
Exactly. And a lot of times when these characters die, they are not mentioned again. They're not grieved or anything like that. I totally forgot Lev had a sister.
Oh damn! But
I forgot we went to that island because they were going after the mom because she folded herself.
Fucking Like, kind of like
I t-
Critical said, when they killed Jesse, it was like he never existed because there was
yeah.
no other messages of Jesse ever again.
Nope.
Hell, I don't even think I heard Ellie say Joel's
Nope.
name after. Like,
After that, when they're living on the farm, like everything's back to fucking normal, they haven't even mentioned. And that kid looks like Jesse. So they don't even mention the motherfucker at all.
there's no pictures of them in the house. Did you see any when you went in the house? I'm gonna have to double
No,
check.
that's what I mean. This game was literally they were doing it just for the controversy, just to throw some crazy shit. Because again, this is a sign. And this is a lot of companies, but I'm sticking to Naughty Dog because Naughty Dog is one of those big companies. Kind of like Rockstar. Naughty Dog was one of those companies that couldn't do any wrong, apparently, and that they were great. And I would defend them a lot. But ever since like Uncharted 3, I've been fucking eyeballing them because they've been kind of shitty. Other than The Last of Us, that was it. Uncharted 4 was okay, the same IP. And then you take a dump on my chest with this game that I bought and that you pushed back twice. Once because you're a dick, and then second COVID. Okay, fine. The COVID
Wait,
one.
what was the first reason?
Oh, the first time they pushed it back because it wasn't ready. So they pushed it back, and then the second time, okay, COVID. So I'm like, oh, okay. Like that one, that could slide. Uncharted 4 got pushed back, I think 4 times actually. I got refunded 4 times. So, you know, at the end of the day, companies like this aren't going to survive anymore longer because they do shit like this. And now let's be honest, anyone who saw that story, if they don't know what to do, they're going to make a Last of Us 3, and it will be about Abby and Lev.
And I don't
Am
think
I buying that?
No, I might not
A lot
buy
of people
it.
aren't.
A lot of people in the comments all dislike Abby. Like
I
most
didn't
comments.
even want Abby to share half the game with Ellie. You want me to play a full
I-
game of Abby?
No.
Yeah, fucking.
I was
right.
like, even if they introduce an Abby after story, I probably wouldn't even play it.
Nope.
Cause like like I said, you introduced the character wrong. This is a terrible introduction. This is a terrible way to execute what you're trying to fucking do with this character, and especially that you're like hinting that she could be one of the main roles from here on out. Hell no.
Right.
Hell to the no, bro. I can't. I don't like her. And it's not because of what she is or like anything
And
about
that was
her
the thing, you
and her
kinda had
orientation.
to,
I just don't like her for what she did. That's it.
Right. And you kind of had to make a good story, or a great one, really, because I knew they were going to make the gameplay the same. The visuals were going to be great. Naughty Dog never fails to do that. They always make great cinematic type games and things like this. But the thing about that is, I knew what was the thing that I added. I can jump now. Great. It's Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Fucking
That's lit, bro.
fucking Grand Theft Auto 3 when you couldn't fucking jump over shit.
I'm lit, bro.
Right, you can jump and you can prone now. Those are cool things you've added, but it's not really changing much gameplay. It's pretty much, it's Last of Us. So, and then a lot of the times, unlike Last of Us 1, they kind of mixed it up and the game wasn't as long, so it doesn't get repetitive. This game's 2 times as longer, probably.
Yeah.
And you do the same thing over and over and over, and it doesn't get any different. And then not only that, in the flashbacks, all right, remember the first time you met a bloater? Well, this time you're Ellie. We're going to do the same thing. You have a bloater, you're facing him, and there's screamers all around them. And then you fight him like that. Oh, remember when you were avoiding that sniper? Check this shit out. You're avoiding one again, except it's Abby, and now Tommy's shooting at you. Great.
Oh
So a lot
God.
of the things, the gameplay was the same too. So I'm playing the same shit, getting bored, and I'm getting this dumbass story in my face. Half of the time when you're Abby, I didn't even know what was going on. I forgot at one point that I was searching for Owen.
Dude, I got so bored with Abby's story, I stopped paying attention. I was just going to point A to point B. I was like,
Exactly.
the sooner we get back to Ellie, the better, because like that's where my real focus was in this entire game.
Exactly.
I did
and that's what a
not
lot of
play
people
this
do.
game to play as Abby. I played this game to see what happens after Last of Us 1. I wanted to see how Ellie finds out the truth. I wanted to see all these things. But what did I get? 1, I got a game that Ellie's not even the full star in. 2, I got a group of friends Ellie hangs out with that have no characters, but instead Abby's team and group are more fleshed out and human than what Jesse and Dina could ever be. Owen's got more flashbacks than Jesse. That's already an issue. way more flashbacks. And what do we get on Ellie's side for flashbacks? Relationships that were already gone because Joel's already dead. So it's just like, it's kind of like just answering those questions that we were gonna ask. Like, how do we find out when this happens or that happens? Now we do, but guess what? You sacrifice the knowledge of knowing shit with Joel with replacing it with whatever Dina and Jesse's relationship was. I don't know how they met. I don't know how they're friends. I don't know how they act before any of this. The only thing I know is what Joel and Ellie were doing 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and that's it. We learned more about Joel than the other two living characters.
Right. And I get it. We all like Joel, but if you're going to kill him off, I need to learn about the guys who are walking around and they're going to be in this game for a longer period of time. And that was just another thing. Why are you placing the flashback so randomly? Why is it the dance? You know, that whole night where apparently Ellie got mad at Joel? Why'd you show that at the end? That was legit right at the end.
That could have been thrown into the beginning. That could have been thrown sometime.
I remember Jesse finally when that happened.
Oh, dude.
I'm like, oh shit, Jesse's a character. I forgot he just got fucking.
The only reason why I remember Jesse was literally because someone asked me like, "Yo, who died?" in the chat, and I was just like,
"Yeah,
oh, Jesse."
And the only reason why I remembered him even a little bit after he died, I'm holding his fucking kid, and it looks like him. So I'm like, "Oh yeah, you're Jesse." Wonder what he's doing right now. Looking down because fucking he's dead.
You didn't make like any type of shrine for them, you know, like something to honor them.
Right,
nothing for Joel. Like you didn't get a picture of Jesse, you, and Dina hanging out with, and then a picture of Joel and his kid. Just put it on the living room mantle, you know. And you know, it'd be interesting. Like if Ellie returned to the house and those are the only two photos left.
Right. So, and that was the thing about all of it. They tried to make Ellie's gameplay a bit more linear, to where you can, you know, explore a bit more, which I somewhat liked, because they did that with Uncharted 4, because they realized they can't do that forever. But then you didn't do that with Abby, so it was kind of like
you fucking wasted my time. You were
doing a lot with Ellie. You were doing a lot with Ellie, but then all of a sudden you rushed Abby. Like, okay, point A to point B. Okay, do this. Because I feel like Naughty Dog really does know at the end of the day, they fucking rushed that shit. Because no one really wanted to fucking play that shit. Because a lot of Abby's story and gameplay was her searching for Owen, then killing a whole bunch of people, and after that, searching for Owen again, and box him, and then running into Scars, and then saving a Scar.
Now, here's my other issue with that. Kind of like with the whole Joel and Ellie thing. There is no point of learning this relationship with Abby and her friends if we already know they're dead. Like, we already know all their outcomes. It's just like they're dead.
Exactly like, oh, I beat the shit out of Nora. Well, Nora did this for Abby. I don't give a fuck. She probably tortured people too. Nora legit said, do you hear his voices at night? Yeah, I hear that little bitch at night. Got what he deserved. So, immediately, I remember how she is. You don't make me feel bad for it. You're trying to make, like, Ellie, like, oh, revenge is wrong. Look at my hands. They're shaking because I haven't done anything bad all my fucking life, especially when Joel was alive. So.
I don't know why they were written her off like that. When she found out she was pregnant, she was having a fucking breakdown. I'm like, Ellie, come on. And here's the problem. Let's go straight to the ending real quick. When Ellie was killing Abby, and she thought about Joel for that 1 second and let go, I guess it was like, all right, I get it. You learned. And now you realize vengeance is bad. But Ellie, I'm gonna be real with you. I think it's a little too late to like. You gave up everything. You gave up Dina. You gave up the baby. You gave up your life that you just had because you were spared twice by that fucking bitch, and you still tried to get her. And at the very end of it all, you fucking stopped. And I'm not mad that she stopped. Not only am I mad, but like, yes, I am a little upset. But where was that hesitation with Nora? You know?
That's
Nora
why, I mean,
was
you have
like,
all this hesitation for all those people.
But you
by
didn't.
Then, what do you finally see? That what you were doing was wrong.
It's like you tortured Nora. It doesn't matter if it fades to black and it looked quick. You told Dina that you managed to make her talk. So you must have beaten her to a point where she wanted to stop feeling pain. And you
Right.
didn't come in entirely shook like you did when you killed Mel. And you only were like that when you found out she was pregnant, by the way. But, again, you killed them with no hesitation. Swift, painless. Abby, I thought about Jill for that one moment, and I let go. And I'm like, Ellie, you gave up everything. Fuck, you even gave up 2 of your fingers. And you reconsidered.
Yeah.
You can't learn guitar. You could try. It's gonna be a little bit
Right,
difficult.
lots of fingers too, because just I don't know. At the end of the day, I know what they did, leaving the guitar. It's a symbol. She's just leaving everything behind. Fuck it. She lost everything, leaving it all behind. She's starting it completely new, which I get, but it still doesn't justify everything. Like, because you rob the players of something, you make the players feel like they have a choice, just to in the end have not that choice. And not only that, you made us beat the fuck out of Ellie and pick Abby.
That is like the biggest fuck you I've ever seen.
90% of people, 95% of people did not want to do that. And you made me do it. You know how many times I killed myself just to see if cutscene would trigger?
I killed myself because fuck it. I didn't want to be Abby.
That's what I mean. So again, you make me be this character because what? Because what? She's transgender? Is that it? Is that why? Is she the bigger person?
Because
That's why I mean. Are you pushing that envelope? Are you really trying to make me feel bad for this villain? Listen, motherfuckers, Negan's a son of a bitch. But when they explain his origins, you understand what he came from. But that doesn't change the fact that he's a crazy motherfucker. Except he's smart and no one can kill the motherfucker.
Yeah, but kind of like what you were saying about Negan, it was very charismatic in his speech. Like, you got to see
that's what I mean.
his character.
Negan had 10 minutes to talk, and it was perfect because of his first line. Pissing our pants yet? You can't yet but grin at it, because you could see that he's a little fucking, not a dumbass, but he's funny.
Yeah.
But he's serious. Which one of you pricks is the leader? So, you know, it's charisma like that that could really, you know, make you like the character. Exactly. And it took him 10 fucking minutes. Shit, even in the comics people liked him. Just because of what he was saying. Just because of what he was saying. So, with Abby, she was, right away, she was just complaining. So.
I was just so fed up, bro. Like, the prologue was just, it was weird. And I want to just say, bro, like, real talk, Naughty Dog, y'all had more flashbacks than a Family Guy episode in this bitch.
Yeah, there
were
more flashbacks.
so many flashbacks.
I legit said, are these fillers? Am I watching a fucking am I watching Naruto? When Naruto, I forgot what was happening, Killer B was taking him somewhere and he was on a boat. Yo, he was on that boat for like 20 fucking episodes because there's nothing but fillers. So what I'm saying is, there was a flashback in a flashback. What the fuck?
Fucking
how do you do that?
The fact that Abby's story had flashbacks made me more upset because I'm just like, now we have to go through something that isn't even meaningful because you made this character meaningless. No one was entertained by Abby. No one was engaged. No one felt bad for her. All I see in the chat was like, man, I want to see her dead. And I'm just like, why? Because you introduced the character wrong. It was bad. It was bad. And I was thinking about what Ash was saying. They should have introduced it where she would at least go, like, do the same thing Ellie's doing, but, like, instead of killing Joel, she fucks him up and doesn't succeed on killing him. Goes on this quest again. Ellie goes on this quest because she didn't want anyone to do that to her. Like, Joel's in a coma, and then they both go on this quest for vengeance, and then they all see at the end, like, I'm gonna ban you too. That is not a couple. They should never be a couple. No.
But yeah,
Abby, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's just so many other things they could have done, and they didn't do it. I'm really trying to. Honestly, this game shouldn't have been made. I shouldn't have spent money on this game. This game shouldn't fucking exist. There was no reason really to make this game. There really wasn't. Last of Us 1 ended perfectly. Joel lies to his new fucking daughter, and she pretty much all she has to do is accept it. Which she really did at the end. It took her a couple of years, but still she fucking accepted it and was going to try with them, which all you know it was going to happen because she loved Joel as a dad. But then you make the fucking game because you don't have any new ideas. You have no new IPs. You have nothing else. You're like Rockstar that makes fucking...
Let's not do GTA 5 on the PS5. Right. Let's not talk about that.
Right, that's what I mean. But it's kind of like that to where companies, again, that can, to a lot of people that can do no wrong, make the same IP over and over until the point where it's not good anymore. Sorry. Just because you had success in 2000 doesn't mean you have success 2020. And that's with anything. Food, that's with anything. So it was just very disappointing. And you don't even have multiplayer. We're going to add that later. Why would I want to play your multiplayer, by the way, bitch? Your fucking couple of other ones sucked. People... The only reason why people aren't playing Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 3 right now, it's because you shut it off finally last year. Other than that, if I fucking put my PS3 on my dick and fucking turned it on and put Uncharted 2 in, I could find lobbies instantly. Why? Because people loved it. Play Uncharted 4. It was hard.
There's love there, bro. There's love there. You just have to look. I'm joking.
It was super hard to find lobbies in Uncharted 4. A free game on PS Plus, by the way. Because they didn't do it right.
Oh, yeah. Don't get me started with free games fucking up. I mean, there's examples of multiplayer games that succeed when they're free on PlayStation Plus. Like, I know Titanfall 2's multiplayer, like, player base skyrocketed when that shit was free. That shit was fun. I still don't have any problems with it, but, like, eh.
That's what I mean. There's always those Hall of Fame, like, companies, right?
Mm-hmm.
You put them always at the top, like Platinum Games, people like that.
Oh, Platinum Games makes some bomb-ass single players.
Right, that can really do no wrong. But you have to start holding them accountable. There's sometimes Square Enix makes a game, and I'm like, what the fuck were you guys doing? Hey, I'm all down for some Kingdom Hearts, but let's not act like the fucking story's 10 out of 10. It's probably 3 out of 10 if anything. Just the gameplay is so goddamn amazing.
The story's so confusing, bro. I played them all and I can't tell you what's going on.
Right, that's what I mean. So
even when I beat it, I can't tell you what's going on.
Exactly. So fucking Naughty Dog is one of those companies I say that are somewhat up there because for so many years they had so much success. Because they made something like Jak and Daxter and then they said, fuck it. Let's make Uncharted, because they were inspired by Tomb Raider and made it better. And so they're like, alright, we're on a roll. Uncharted 3, what were you doing? Okay, let's make Last of Us. Boom, they start winning again. Let's make Uncharted 4. No.
No.
Let's make Last of Us Part 2. What the fuck?
No.
Just like that, you ruined your legacy. Because you don't fucking have any new ideas anymore. Why don't you go back to something like Jak and Daxter? Not necessarily the Jak series itself, but something cartoony and something linear like that.
Come on, bro. Ratchet and Clank. Why are you holding
and even
your breath?
that's like the 5th one.
Why are you holding your breath? Come on.
And even that one's trying to put some controversy in it. That fucking Ratchet is the female Ratchet's a tranny. So, again, doesn't mean she gets fucking supersonic blasts and becomes powerful or weak. Has nothing to do with the gameplay.
Yeah, nothing to do with her.
But my point is, a lot of these companies need to be held accountable. And Naughty Dog definitely is at the bottom right now. And I'm kind of glad because for years I defended these motherfuckers.
I was talking to someone and they were like, well, I thought Last of Us 2 was good because IGN reviewed it. And I was just like, man, if you listen to IGN, I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Oh, yeah, I don't listen to them.
Yeah, honestly, guys, anyone, just, if you're going to watch a reviewer, I recommend watching Moist Critical. Come on.
Yeah,
go
Moist
to Critical.
Meter, Penguin Zero, that's his YouTube channel, a.k.a. Critical.
Critical, watch his reviews because he's blunt,
very
honest. He'll tell you how it is. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at reviewing a game. I kind of just will end a game and be like, it's ass. But I felt the need to talk about it, and that's why I have Leon here. He's the Naughty Dog expert.
I'm just lazy when it comes to making those videos, but I definitely can give you my opinion. True opinion. In fact, earlier, fucking Donald asked me for my opinion because he knows I know shit like this, and he needed my opinion. And I told him, I said, this game has very shitty narrative. The gameplay is very repetitive. There's nothing new with this game. It completely is not a good sequel. And this is not a good game.
Yeah.
I said, and then I fucking rephrased it. I said, this is a disappointing game. Because I'm not going to say this is a bad game. It's not a bad game. It's very disappointing. And this generation has a lot of very disappointing games.
Honestly, we're not even starting with Resident Evil 3. Like, fuck, man. Oh no, you're getting close to the mic. I was gonna say, I'm getting scared. But yeah, there's a lot of new games that drop and they are very disappointing once you get to play them. And I just don't know why.
Yeah. It's just, yeah, that's just our strong opinions about this game. Facts, not opinions. You know, usually I say opinions and opinion, but everyone's saying the same thing. We're all saying the same thing.
Yeah, but like, an all like honest opinion, I don't want to rate a game based on numbers or shit. I'm just gonna say like yay or nay, and if I say yay, then you know, purchase it, see it for yourself. You might like it, but I'm about to say fucking may if you're looking for like
right.
a
if
story.
You're looking for a game or something like that. No,
fucking...
in fact, if anything, put your dick in this game and say fuck it, and go buy Last of Us 1 on PS4 if you have it, because it's probably only $20 right now. And if you're fucking lucky that it was a free game, I think 2 months ago, go ahead, get it out from your library and play it, because that was a great game.
Yeah.
This game, however, I usually put it on the totem pole. I would say 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10 if I'm in a good mood. This game is just, it's not a bad game, but it's just a very disappointing one.
And it's like, it wasn't bad. I was having fun on Ellie's side of the story.
When I was on Ellie's side, even when I was exploring, I was having fun.
When I got to those people, like, I didn't care if it was scars or wolves, I had real fun killing them. Like, it was like, holy shit, we're actually doing this. We're actually shedding blood in this goddamn game for vengeance. Because the stream was called Journey for Vengeance, but man, we were getting sidetracked so much. Flashbacks, going back to the game, Dina being pregnant, we had to fall back, go the other way, because now we're trying to catch Abby and we can't find her. But the biggest setback was that you made us play as Abby for hours.
That's what I mean.
It was for hours.
Yeah, and it was the second half, which was the kind of shitty part. Which is, I think if you put in the first half, you could say that would have made it, But even then, maybe you could have saved it by putting it. Either way, it can't justify the game. You know, this game was very disappointing. That's it. And kind of like what Critical said right away. Last of Us really didn't need a sequel. This really didn't need one. What did this do? It was kind of like how y'all know Zombieland, that funny comedic movie that came out like years ago.
Yeah.
You want to tell me why it fucking made a second one? And I watched it and I got a dick right in my butt because there was no need to make that. And it was the same thing. There's 2 new infected because, you know, after a while it spreads and it gets worse. But other than that, that's it. They're not doing anything new. They're just, this is how we're settling in the apocalypse right now. That's it. That's all. There's nothing this adds to the game or that goes, Now, well, honestly, I don't even think they're going to make The Last of Us 3. And the only reason why is because they're getting so much shit. They're getting so much shit. They're getting so much shit from this. But they have an excuse to make a third one because Abby and Lev.
Yeah, Abby and Lev live on, so it kind of like hints that, oh, they're going to be the new duo. But again, I have no problem with Lev. Lev had nothing to do with anything that happened to Joel.
I love Lev, actually.
Lev is a really good character. I didn't think Yara deserved that death either, but there were people on Abby's side I liked. And that's the thing. I liked Abby's side characters more than Abby. Why? Because Owen was a very passive motherfucker. He didn't want to go through
Owen
this.
was very passive, and he had his moments of being ugly, like evil. But you saw that he was human because he was like, "What the fuck happened to us?"
Yeah.
And that's why he's like, "I'm going to Santa Barbara." It was his idea. It was all his idea because he was done with this shit.
All these wars, all this blood, all these guns.
Exactly. And that's why Abby is so jacked and she's so strong and she's so brute force because that's what she built herself to be. That's it. And
Strong
that's
as
exactly
fuck.
why I don't feel bad for her. You want to tell me why someone who looks like fucking Zangief, why am I feeling bad for them when, fuck, they're legit murdering? Do you see how she sneak attacks someone? She strangles them. Ellie fucking doesn't have that strength, has the decency to cover your mouth and fucking stick a knife in your throat, instantly kill you. This bitch.
Just breaks your fucking neck, bro.
Exactly.
Hey, yo, you ever like? I'm telling you, like, have you ever just stealth kill and
turn
turn the camera around?
Turn the camera around.
Bro,
Abby looks like
Abby,
a demon.
her face is like, like she's putting so much effort into killing, and I'm like, yo, this
And
girl's
that's the
a
only
demon.
thing that I like. That's one of the only things I like about this game. Of course, they added a lot of detail when it comes to stuff like that. And of course, when the AI, you know, when Abby technically betrays them, you're like, oh, you snake. They really give a lot of detail to those type of questions.
I like the little touch they tried to do with where you kill a random NPC and they're like, John. I'm like, fuck John.
Yes, yes, I like that. Yeah,
I was
Mark,
like,
yo, fucking dude, that shit about to
Timmy!
join him.
Fuck him. Fuck you, Paul.
Yeah,
Oh,
Paul.
that shit. Who's Paul? He's gone now. Oh, that shit is fucking hilarious. That shit does so much damage. But, another thing. Oh, man. Mel, I want to know who approved of Mel to be on front lines. I want to know the person
yeah.
at the Wolf base. Because we need to talk. You looked at a pregnant woman and were like, yeah, you're ready to fight.
And that's the thing. That's kind of a narrative that necessarily pushes how crazy the
Stupid
wolves
that
are and
group
how crazy Isaac is, because there's no way even a crazy person would really fucking do that because they deem him as worthless. And again, that's why it's a stupid narrative. And even then, if you were, you know, okayed for active duty and you're pregnant, why the fuck would you do that?
Yeah, honestly, why would you set yourself that? Like, you've already got a setback. You have to
then
worry about your baby.
And then Abby was like, "Did you talk to Owen about it?" And she's like, "Why would Owen have to say it?" I'm fucking raising my dick and my arms up at the same time, saying, "That's his kid. What are you talking about?"
And another thing is just like, please, you're pregnant. Like, don't do this. These are things you shouldn't do. Like, Dina hit it, so if Ellie found out sooner, she'd be like, you're not fucking going. But, like, these people I'm supposed to feel bad for, approved of Mel. Isaac is batshit insane. Can we just talk about the leader? Isaac is insane. There's something's wrong with him. There was nothing ever right about him in any cutscene he was in. Okay, let me tell you when I felt bad for Abby. Abby left for a fucking day. A day. And Isaac considered her AWOL and was set people out to kill her. I'm just like, what? It had only been 24 hours and she was one of your most loyal subordinates and you deemed her AWOL for a day. What the fuck?
Hey,
move. Is that a scar? Move. What? You gotta listen to me. Move. And I'm like, you crazy sons of bitches. You guys are crazy.
right, that's what I mean, and it pushes that envelope to where I can't feel bad for Abby or her friends when they were like that. Is Ellie innocent? No.
No, Ellie isn't innocent.
But she has a group, and they don't torture people. They kill when threatened. That's it.
Yeah. It's not like they have a whole chamber
Right.
dedicated
The only
to
two
torture.
people that I can think of that were like that was Joel and Tommy. Because they were both scramblers. So they kind of had to do shit like that. Other than that, no one else was like that. Jesse wasn't like that. Dino wasn't like that. Ellie wasn't like that. None of them were like that. And even then, Tommy and Joel didn't even do that shit anymore. Because they knew that shit was wrong.
And then Tommy did it again with those other people after Joel's death.
Right.
Tommy tortured the fuck out of them, bro. He had a
Right.
smart
Exactly.
method too. You made right the
Exactly.
answer, and your friend
Right.
says the opposite.
His brother just died. I'm pretty sure he's pissed off.
I'm definitely sure he's pissed
Does it
off.
give him just to do that? No. But still, fucking, he's pissed off.
It's
He
like,
set that shit aside and everything.
yeah, he put his morals aside. His brother's dead. He's angry, and I get it. Your dad is dead. You're angry, but fuck, Tommy.
And that's what I mean. They act like Joel fucking like said, "Okay, I play golf and beat the shit out of her father." No, he just went fucking AWOL because he saw his daughter, new daughter, basically was gonna die and be taken away from him.
And I
He
feel
says,
like,
"Fuck it," and shoots them.
like I feel like it wasn't impactful due to the fact that her dad's death wasn't even a cutscene. It was just you killed him any
Right.
way you want it. Bro,
And
I
you
look back
walk
at
in.
my stream and it's like, I won't let you have her. And I'm like, and I pulled out the bow and arrow and just put the arrow through his head. Goddamn, Aaron. I shot him with an arrow, bro. He took an arrow to the eye and dropped. So, like,
Right.
not only was his death not canon to how I killed him in the game.
That's what I mean. It's just all these things that weren't canon, that weren't good. It's just
Oh, wait, I should
Super.
put a comment. Usually when I finish anything with a story, I watch reviews or news about it, but I really didn't want to
Right.
watch anything about this game. It's been nothing but mental torture from start to end, and I wanted nothing to do with it after the fact. The ending destroyed the lack of story this game presented. Maybe I'll write up a full review of this game, but no matter what anyone says, gameplay or not, this game is sitting at a 0 out of 10 for me.
right, and that's the thing. That's probably because
Your attachment
The
to the
game just-
first one. Like, I'm
Right,
attached to the
and-
first one. I expected this to
Exactly.
be better. I didn't expect it to be garbage. I didn't expect it to be mediocre. When I heard
Right.
Last of Us 2's coming out, I'm like, okay, this story's about to go insane. Because, like,
right, and that
everything
was
you
the thing.
did.
Honestly, I expected this game to not even be better than Last of Us 1, but at least be equal or close to. I expect it to be all that. But really, you fucking even somehow
oh,
passed
hold
my
on, time out.
expectations
She said-
negatively.
She said she typed a few comments. To what? What page? What forum did you go to, bitch? Because I'm not saying review bomb this game. Because it's not going to be a review bomb. It's going to be an honest review. But anyway. Oh, this game is just so... it feels incomplete. Nightbot, go away. It feels incomplete.
Right.
Nightbot's like, interested? No.
Hmm.
Don't worry,
So,
like... Here, they should be above the one you read. Okay. Did you send it to me through a messenger? Anything? Alright. I still haven't seen a comment yet, so... No, I typed it on Twitch. Oh. I didn't see much. I only see the one paragraph you put down. I'll screenshot it and send it to you. Alright, she said she typed a few comments, but they didn't get delivered. I'm looking at my computer and I don't see it.
Okay. But yeah, it just, at the end of this day, I know this game made a lot of, excuse me, didn't make sense for a lot of things. Didn't do justice for a lot of things, and it wasn't a good sequel.
It wasn't.
It really wasn't.
And kind of like Joel said in the fucking game when you're in the museum, sequels aren't that good.
Yeah, he's like, a lot of sequels aren't, that
Sure,
good,
he's
and
talking
I'm
about like
this
a
one?
movie, but it kind of just
But it just
steps
hits
on
too
your
close to
own
home.
face.
What's this?
It steps on your own. You're like, like legit walking
you legit
into
teabagged
fire.
yourself with that comment.
Yeah, sequel ain't that good. Because it wasn't that good. It was pretty bad. Flashbacks were too long, and my only one was that museum. The flashback in the museum when you're with Joel should have ended in the spaceship. But you kept it going, and I'm like, alright, I think we're pushing this dream a little too much right now.
Exactly. So again, at the end of the day, this is just a very shit thing, and it sucks. It really does. And That's why it's disappointing. That's why Ash is disappointed. That's why a lot of people are disappointed. This was a
Yeah.
game they really loved. It was a
I,
game that I loved.
yeah,
But
I loved this game. I loved everything it was going for it. It was nothing. I had nothing wrong with anything. It was just a good story. It was fun to stream it again. All right, she sent me some screenshots. I'm gonna read it out loud. Damn, Ash, your phone did not send any of this. All right, so I only read the last phrase. It didn't pop up on the thing. All right, this is gonna be a long one, so I hope you just don't mind. If I stutter, I can't read. Uh, 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 the word is I can't pronounce.
you want me to send it to me and I'll read it?
No, I can read it. It's fine. The reason I left earlier was because I was genuinely annoyed, and I was annoyed because I'm sorry. I knew you were mad about this game. Alright, I was genuinely annoyed, and I was annoyed completely, and I've given up completely on getting any good story from big companies / Hollywood. I can't remember the last time I played a good game from this year and watched a good movie. As someone who's been writing for as long as I can remember, stories as of late has been barely thought out and has no passion or emotion behind it. Any piece or art is supposed to elicit some kind of emotion, and I left feeling absolutely nothing at the end of the game. I'm not angry, I'm not sad, I felt nothing and still feel nothing. This story was really the breaking point for me and hoping for good stories. Okay, and the other screenshot is this game's story told absolutely nothing. It kept contradicting itself and going backwards on their own ideas that they kept presenting in the story. Everything that Abby gets, Ellie can't. Abby gets revenge for her dad, Ellie can't. Abby gets revenge for Owen, Ellie can't get revenge for Jesse. Abby gets to live and even gets a companion at the end. Ellie gets nothing. No Dina, no baby, no Tommy, no Jill, no nothing. The story starts off that we're supposed to get revenge for Joel, but then the game completely pulls a Uno reverse card, no you, and makes it all about Abby and that we're not supposed to kill her. The character we grew up and loved ends up a hollow shell, and our supposed antagonist gets something, if not everything. And everything she said was true. And in the comment I read before was the third part of the shit.
Right, so it's at the end of the day, because I'm assuming Ash writes in general. And it is a slap in the face of people who inspire to write, because someone like me who writes, just say poems, songs, and shit, I write my own stories at times. And so it kind of, dissatisfies me and kind of discourages me. When I see things like this, it's because it's like, is writing a story hitting someone in the feelings, making them feel good or making them feel anything, is that gone now? Is that not a thing anymore? Because Neil Druckmann was drunk when he did this. Or anything. I don't know what he was doing.
Whatever he's on, I want some of that.
He put this to his 2-year-old and said, go fucking nuts. And the son went, Abby. And then just wrote
Abby.
whatever.
Just Abby. Abby.
Because literally this game, it was just the narrative. You got visuals, right? You didn't really change much with gameplay, and you kind of made it repetitive. Okay, but you could have repaid it with the story, but even then, you didn't repay it with the story. And then in the end, Ellie doesn't even get anything. Shit. Abby finds a new pathway for fucking, maybe finding the fireflies, and Lev has something to look forward to. Ellie loses her father figure, loses Tommy, I'm pretty sure she won't see Tommy ever again, or keep in touch, maybe, loses her girlfriend, and technically her baby. So, what she have with that? You gave the character who we felt bad for since the first one. Right, you gave the character we felt bad for since the first Last of Us nothing, and then you gave the villain literally all the opportunities of a lifetime, merely because you were just trying to get over your message. Revenge is bad. That's it.
And that message is ass because Abby got her revenge. She got what she wanted from the start.
Right.
We came all this way.
And you already proved in the first one, not everything can end greatly, because even if Ellie died and there was somehow a cure and vaccinated, that could have been the greater good ending. But no, you decided to switch it, keep it apocalyptic because Joel didn't want to lose his daughter, which is sweet.
It
And
like
it is,
shows that he still
it hits you. No one had to die for it to fucking be impactful. You literally killed off all the characters you had. Literally, all of them. Everyone died. Except Tommy, and Dina, and her baby, and Ellie, and Abby,
And
Lev.
I want to just say I didn't like the fact that Ellie was at Abby's mercy like
Twice.
Twice. I'm just like, this shit sucks. That's like if Rick got captured twice, and, you know, and the fucking the kingdom didn't come in and save him. Like, they literally have to be Negan choosing to not kill Carl and Rick on his own volition, which he wasn't gonna do. He was gonna mop the floor with Carl. But like, Abby got everything. Ellie didn't get no clutch. No, and fucking Dina comes in last minute after the fight, making us beat Ellie just to lose, because nobody knows how to stab a vital point. I swear to God,
Yeah.
it was so annoying watching her. Like, I was already mad she killed Joel, and then I'm like, damn, man. Now you killed Jesse, and I'm like, Jesse didn't get time to get developed. That's kind of garbage. And I'm just like, damn. And then Lev finally stepped in, like, oh, we should stop. I'm so mad.
Right.
I'm so mad.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, it was just disappointing.
That's it.
It just was. A lot of things are disappointing now, which kind of makes everyone mad, especially when you like gaming of any sorts. Because a lot of things lately seem so one way and so disappointing. You're kind of worrying if anything could be new or if anything can be exciting anymore.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll be right back.
But yeah, I don't know, guys. It's just that's the most things we can say while Alex is doing what he's doing. That's the most things we can say, and you know what I can say. I mean, the game is not black and white because it has too many colors to even be anything.
Sorry about that. I'm back. What happened?
No, you're good. I was just saying at the end of the day, the story's not even black and white. It has too many colors to even really make a color. Just.
Yeah, it kind of like Last of Us was a straight line for
Right.
story. It was just here go there, learn, go. This game feels like equivalent to the Joestar Bloodline. There's just so many members going all over the place that nothing makes sense anymore. And then like JoJo's has good characters.
Right,
Well, let's
and that's
not be
what
real.
I mean. With JoJo's, let's be real. That story's dumb. It doesn't make sense.
The story
JoJo
doesn't make sense.
Storylines don't make sense, but so much funny shit is happening. It's so random. They're doing all this weird, funny, awesome shit that you're not there for the story, baby. But that's how some animes are. You're there for, because the characters are funny and have good characters.
Hamon got stopped so fucking fast, and like I never had a problem with Hamon, but it was just like, man, you just
That's right.
They
That's what
pulled
I mean
a
with a lot of
Jesse on that
characters.
shit.
Right, you got Joseph fucking staying alive for like 3 generations while fucking Jonathan can't even stay alive for his own generation. So fucking.
I would have loved to see part 2 Jonathan, bro. It would have been so cool.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. When it comes to stuff like that, they
have characters
something
to make
going for it. Yeah, you have something going for it.
Story may be shit, but man, if you love a character, man, you're gonna remember that
exactly.
forever.
And sometimes the characters aren't relatable, and the story is awesome. Or like Final Fantasy VII, for example. Let's be real. Cloud's not that great of a character. He's not that interesting.
He's emo.
He's just... And he has a big dick sword, and he looks like a little emo boy. And so he's a cutie pie. So fucking all the girls and everyone go crazy for him because he looks cool. He looks, you know, very edgy. But other than that, he's not really that much of a... like a fucking cool, fun character. He's not. It's pretty boring. He's pretty, like, he's pretty black and white. But, like, the other characters are pretty cool and all that. So it makes up for that. So if you don't have anything compensating for the other... and there was nothing compensating for this.
That was before...
the gameplay was the same. The story was...
No, I was thinking because before in the PSP Final Fantasy, that's when Cloud had his real emotions. He wasn't this edgy person. He was a pumped up little kid. He looked up to Zack.
Right.
He was like, "Hey man," seeing Cloud smile in that game was kind of trippy. I'm just like, bro,
that's what I mean. So it was just some. There's just games and things that compensate for each other.
Yeah, Ash, I noticed that you have to start screenshotting them, bro, because. They're not popping up on the comments. I don't know if it's just your phone, but like the little ones are coming out. All right, so I'm gonna read this one. This is a message from Ash. As someone who's a part of the LGBTQ community, if any of those goddamn alphabet people sit here and actually try to defend this game like ooh gay people, I'm throwing all hands. Demanding representation without a standard has gotten us nothing but trash. Yeah. And these people slop it up like pigs. They are. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of these people accepting garbage and loving one-dimensional characters because she's lesbian like me. People who don't like this trash are any kind of phobic. Your parents just raised you on a table scraps. You don't know what a good character is or a good story is. See, I'm not just worried about like that alone. I'm worried that you have 44,000 K points. I'm scared what you're about to redeem. But oh, she says, yeah, aren't sorry. Oh, autocorrect. Yeah. I don't know why. Oh, too many. Twitch said too many words.
And a lot of and a lot of LGBT community people accept that because you know they accept everything because it's they're gay or something like that, right? But like honestly, let's be real. There's not many characters you could say that you remember that were a black character and was a great character. What's the most iconic black character you can name right now? I swear to God, most people will say CJ.
Jax.
So, and then plus, they don't accept everything. Who's the black guy in Final Fantasy VII?
Barrett.
I forgot his name.
Oh yeah, people were saying that
people liked him.
Yeah,
people liked him.
But like, he was made in the 90s, bro. It's like
right, exactly. He's just this 90s weird type black guy, and a lot of black people didn't even like him.
He's Mr. T / Mr. X.
That's right. That's what I mean. And so,
why are you typing Morgan Freeman?
If black people who don't have much characters at all can sit here and they can say, yeah, this character sucks, fix it, do better. LGBT could definitely do the same thing. Abby isn't a good character. So.
Yeah, I'm just saying, bro. No, I do not. What I don't like is
Morgan Freeman is iconic. I was saying game character.
Video game characters. Anyway, I do not have a problem with a character being gay. The two types of reactions that I don't like are when people say, I like this character now, or I hate this character. Why do you hate or love a character that you didn't like originally because you found out they were gay? Like, there was so much hate for Soldier 76 being gay. Like, I didn't care because, like, Soldier 76 is a badass character. I like him in Overwatch. Yeah. And then people were posting, like, I'm not going to play as him, and people saying, I'm going to start playing as him. I'm just like, these things weren't a reason to play as him. It's because you like the character. He's just a good
character. He's a pretty good character who can heal himself, and he has, like, Call of Duty aspects. So he's kind of an easier character to jump into. But he can do damage. But the thing about that is that I didn't like. My question was, they updated the game just to say in the lore, gay. That's it. They didn't update him. They didn't buff him. They didn't nerf him. They just said he was gay.
It was a comic,
all because that company was fucking pandering to other people because they're like, yo, we don't have enough gay people, bro. Come on, dude, make someone gay. Well, the soldiers dabbled into a little cock, you know.
Oh, Ash also said she couldn't think of a popular black character. I have to think about it, to be honest. Like, that's the thing. That's the thing,
right,
Nate.
and that's what I'm saying, Ash, and that's what I was saying. My point. Most people would say CJ, even though CJ was a cool character, but wasn't all that. And that's what I mean. If black people can barely get a character, but they can say, like, yeah, this character ain't right. Or they'll say, hey, this character's good. LGBT people can do the exact same thing, but no, since they're one-minded and they're very ignorant, they'll accept any character. I bet most of them liked Abby, just like I bet a lot of them liked Soldier all of a sudden, just because he liked the same type of sex.
Yeah, these things don't matter to me. I'm fine with whatever, but it's just like, these aren't game changers. This isn't anything that makes me... They're like, we're not superior. He's not superior if he's straight. He's not superior if he's gay. It doesn't matter. He's literally just a character, and if he's fleshed out and written well enough, then fine. Let it be. Also, my boy's getting his ass beat. Come on, robot boy. It's fine, though. These things happen, but, like, there needs to be not only a direction of planning characters out right, of what you want them to be. There needs to be a development for them. You gotta be shitting me. And there just needs to be like a total recall for like new games and stories, because these stories are going to shit.
Exactly, because I was telling Alex is right now. Alex is streaming my favorite game ever on PS4, Nier Automata. That's a franchise game. That's not a new IP or anything. So it's kind of like no one's pushing the envelope anymore. These consoles were literally, someone from Sony came out and said, yeah, we rushed it to compete. That's literally all they did it for. So they had all the tools in the world, but they said, fuck you. We wanted to compete with Microsoft, so we're throwing all this at you. And I was telling Almighty, and I told Alex yesterday, what's really the one game that, like, popularized this generation? Fortnite! And PUBG! You can make an argument for Apex, but...
I'm gonna make that argument right now. Apex Legends is the best free-to-play... I'm joking. I like it, though. I prefer that over Fortnite.
That's what I mean, and I'm not saying the thing about Fortnite is necessarily bad. It's bad in a sense because that's the only game I can think of.
Fortnite has delivered so much that I've never seen a game company do. Not only make it free to play without any online membership, but the fact that it's cross-play. There's so much you can get done in Fortnite, multiplayer-wise.
What I mean. It went everywhere, movies, shows, everywhere, because that's how big it was. Back then, you had those games in the generation of like 2000 with the PS3 era. You had shit like GTA, Call of Duty, Halo, Gears of War, Uncharted, God of War. You had these games that were making names for themselves, new IPs, pushing the envelope. Fucking name a new IP right now, right fucking now, that wasn't a remake or a sequel. Resident Evil 2 is a fucking remake.
Resident Evil 3 is a fucking remake. Not a good
Resident
one.
Evil 3 is a shit remake.
Garbage.
So that's what the only Evil 1 remake, and even then that shit was on GameCube.
And it was also a remake.
Right, it was a remake of a remake. So fucking
remake.
That's what I mean. Everything's a sequel now. Everything's a remake. Even God of War 4. Awesome game. Game of the year. Franchise game. Where's the new IP? That's why I hope for games like Cyberpunk.
I'm trying to think of a new IP and I can't think of anything because I can't think of anything.
Even like Insomniac Spider-Man. Good game. We can even say great game. Not Hall of Fame or a game generation type game. These aren't games that define the generation. They're not in the Hall of Fame. You can sit down and make a Hall of Fame for anime, movies, games in general. You have to put Halo. You have to put Gears of War. You have to put the Call of Duty right there. You have to put Modern Warfare 2.
Smash.
You have to put Smash. You have to put fucking, honestly, probably Resident Evil 4 right there. Because of all these things they did for their generations.
I want shit to evolve like Smash, because Smash Evolution is so fucking good.
Exactly. When you fucking skim the fucking chapters to this fucking generation, there's a big dick at this fucking picture and it says Fortnite. That's it. Other than that,
Yeah.
that's it.
I don't
So-
like Fortnite, bro.
And you know, that's what I mean. There's just no new IPs. There's nothing pushing the envelope anymore. Everyone's either too scared or you know what they're doing? They play off our nostalgia and we fucking fall for it every single fucking time.
Yeah.
I fall for it every single time. You put Resident Evil and remake on it, my dick gets hard, and I automatically fucking pre-order it.
I'm
because
scared
I
for
like
Resident Evil 8 now.
I feel like Resident Evil 8 is gonna be fine. I'm more scared for Resident Evil 4 remake. But
Dude, that's gonna be great. You're not even gonna be Leon. You're gonna be LeBron. LeBron James. The
and
bootleg.
he jumps from where Leon starts all the way to the castle.
Yeah.
So
You got an issue with that?
definitely. But this is what I meant earlier. I haven't seen anything good or original in I don't know how long exactly. Ash.
There
That's
hasn't.
literally
Yeah. Well, that's what we were
that's what
talking
me
about when
and
you
Almighty
left.
were talking about. That's legit what me and Almighty were talking about yesterday, and he was getting me through the fucking Abby days. That literally nothing's pushed. Even on the because we talked about that as well. Even on the PS5, it was like a B set reveal. I liked it because at the end of the day, what was the console here for? Games. It was
Got
a good set
another-
of games.
Got another
Horizon
comment.
2. What?
Ash said
Sent to Sunshine. Oh, fuck.
also note that how practically 90% of the characters in Last of Us 2 don't have a confirmed sexualities. Dina gets with Ellie but got pregnant with a guy who she is in an on and off relationship with. Abby is first pretended to like girls but then goes off with Owen but later confirms to be trans. Everyone else is straight. Ellie is lesbian. This is the true essence of pandering, just presenting characters as anything but straight and having people go nuts for them. Abby isn't confirmed trans in the game. It was in an interview.
Right. And it's things like that with the pandering and nothing's really original. And kind of like with the PS5 thing is what I'm saying. There was some good games they were showing that I'm excited for. PS5 Miles Morales. I read the comics. I like it. And everyone else knows Miles because he was always like the next Spider-Man. I like Ratchet and Clank, especially with the great graphics. I love games like that. Crash, Spyro. I love silly games like that. So yeah, go ahead.
Give me Resident Evil 8.
And then Resident Evil 8, of course, I'm a big Resident Evil fan. Fucking you guys know
Yeah,
I like
you
it.
can't hit us with that shit and not expect us to play it. Like fuck
Right,
you,
and so
fuck
you know,
Sony.
right. Exactly.
I
and,
wanna play that
Horizon
bitch.
2, right, Horizon 2. You have all these games that are new. But you notice I just named off a whole bunch of franchise games?
Yeah, there was
Where's
nothing
the
original.
New IPs? Where's the new IPs? What, Stray Cat? Yeah, I'm probably going to get it because it looks fucking stupid fun for some reason.
Oh,
But
that's
even
another
then, that's
game I
not gonna-
saw. It was so weird. I don't know if you remember that trailer in the PS5 event, but it was about like an old man living in a mansion, and the boy was just traveling, slaying monsters. And I'm like, what the fuck is the story of this game? It looked interesting.
Or like that platformer game with that girl that was jumping on the rocks and shit. I'm like, okay, these games look cool.
But I
Or the
feel like
ga-
they're just gonna be forgotten. Like these old, like
that's what I mean. These are exclusive.
original
Let's be honest.
stories.
Horizon Zero Dawn wasn't that good. That was a 7 out of 10 game that was forgotten within a couple of months. So the fact that it's getting a sequel, I'm kind of. PS4 always had cool, good games. Games that beats out Microsoft, but that's because Microsoft don't got anything. And that's why someone like Nintendo was fucking teabagging everyone now. Because they found the script. New IPs. They found shit. They bought shit. They got Bayonetta. They literally fucking pushed the envelope. And
She said,
literally
"Oh
ripped it
yeah."
off.
She said, "Oh hey, there was Man Eater. You know that shark game? That's original."
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess.
yeah. There's Maneater, but again,
That,
yeah,
that
that's
shark
cool.
game.
And
There's a
that
shark
was actually
game
a
on
decent
PS2.
game. That was a decent game. I'm not gonna lie, Maneater, because they were saying it was a bit more open world, so it's a decent game. But
Oh, that Tony Hawk skating
Again-
game, bro. You want to play that online together?
and that was the thing. Which one's being remade again? The first one?
I think the first one. I don't know.
Yeah,
I know
was
Tony
it
Hawk.
like the second one? Was it like the second one or third one that fucking people loved? Why are you remaking the one that no one really gave a fuck about?
Come on, bro. Skate 4, EA.
Because it wasn't that the one where you just had to collect like tapes or something like that, and that's about it. That's like all you
I
did.
don't remember which
That's
Tony
what
Hawk.
I mean. That's what I mean. I feel like they're not even remaking the fucking
Good ones.
Tony Hawk that was good or anything like that. You're just fucking.
Come on, bro. Tony
Again,
Hawk
how do you
Underground
fuck
2.
up the remake thing? How do you do that? Well, you got to make the first one to do the cycle? No. So, again, it's just my point is a lot of these things are not new. They're not pushing the envelope. And even if they make a game like Maneater, like what Ash said, it is a decent game, we're not going to remember that in like a month.
Honestly, I forgot that game was existing because I saw
That's what I
someone
mean.
play it
It's
and
just
then I just forgot.
I want things to prosper. I want this catalog, this hobby, this thing I like to prosper. And
And
as I
not
grew up, I started learning that people that are in it are pretty ignorant, and then not only that, it's not as promising as I thought it was before, because we as the consumers kind of fucked it up too as well. We're letting it happen. Final Fantasy VII this year is probably one of the best games this year.
and that's
And
not
it's a
even
remake.
original. That's
And
not
it's
even
a remake.
original. There's
And it's not
no
the full game. So what the fuck?
society, man. Even Jedi Fallen Order is part of a franchise and uses Dark Souls Dark Souls gameplay
Exactly.
and already established gameplay
Right.
style. and
Was
they
it a
had
game
more
that
than
kind of
enough-
pushed the envelope more to like, okay, this is Dark Souls, but you got a lightsaber? Whoa. It's pretty cool. It is. And especially for the story. But again, like you said, this is Dark Souls using the same shit and all that. Sekiro, just one game of the year. I love the game. I know Alex fucking likes the game, even though you hated it.
fucking
What you had to go
But
through.
let me tell you,
But-
let me tell you, when you beat Sekiro, you feel like you accomplished something.
Right, you feel
and
like you
holy
accomplished something.
Shit, I felt
and you
so
definitely
damn
did.
good beating
And
that
again,
game.
this was a game that did push somewhat of the envelope, but then again, it was like another Souls game. So it's kind of like, okay. That's why I kind of feel fear for that game, like what, Ghost of Tsushima, something like that?
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Ghost of
When I
Tsushima,
saw it,
I don't
I'm
know how to
like,
say
this
it.
looks like Batman.
Batman Arkham Samurai.
Batman, yeah. But I'm a samurai. Whoa.
That shit looks cool though. I want to play that.
It looks cool, and I'm most likely gonna get it. But still,
But I know
I
I'm
wanted
too
to be a
scared to be
badass samurai.
disappointed. Yeah, I do want to be a samurai.
I didn't want to be Batman Samurai. I just wanted to be something, different. Like, a lot of these games, especially Sony exclusives, they go off somewhat of the same IP. What I mean by that is that when you play something like Horizon and shit like that, and you play shit like Watch Dogs, they kind of play the same. The third person, somewhat overview with the beautiful graphics, but then at the end of the day, it's like the same gameplay as something else before. You're gonna sit here and tell me that Horizon or like Watch Dogs doesn't play a little bit like Infamous, Second Son,
I never
something like
played
that, and the way
Watch
they
Dogs.
run and shit like that. That's what I mean. Watch Dogs 2.
Oh, I
you
heard
haven't
Watch
played that
Dogs
one
2
either?
was better. I played
Watch
Watch
Dogs
Dogs
2 was
1.
way better. And again, that was another game that came out. Very false advertisement. You can do so much with the hacking and all that. Great story. And then you play it. Not only is the guy a shitty Batman, who fucking
Oh, you
does
talking
the
about Watch
little
Dogs
raspy
1's?
voice.
Oh,
Yes, Watch
bro,
Dogs
Watch
1.
Dogs 1
And
was
then not
so
only that,
hyped when I was in high
Right.
school. People were like, this
And
is going to be the
then,
next GTA.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The next GTA and the multiplayer, and then the frames would drop. And my mom dropped me on my head when I was a baby, and then fucking all these glitches, and then the second half of the game was really pushed. You didn't need it, but it was pushed. The fucking character was vanilla. That means boring, by the way, because fucking there's really nothing going on with them, and the gameplay wasn't much, and you couldn't really hack much. But then Watch Dogs 2, Ubisoft said, okay, we fucked up. Here you fucking go. You can do parkour, and you can hack most anything you want, and you can do combat, and you don't even have to kill anyone. You can use a taser, you can knock people out, you don't even have to kill. Bam! Just like that, you did better. I mean, it's still a little
the best.
glitchy, but that's an Ubisoft game.
I'm the best. Yeah, Ubisoft
But
games are
that's-
always glitchy.
Right, but that's what I mean. It's like...
Assassin's
again-
Creed, Valhalla. No one
Right,
asks for it.
but then,
It's happening.
Right, but then again, like I said, not new IP,
Oh,
but
new-
you're
new
headed in the
comment.
right direction.
New comment. It's honestly what made Telltale interesting. They were a story-driven game that you had control of the
Hmm.
dialogue and actions. From that, you were able to choose your own ending. Sure, all the gameplays were the same, but the stories were all different, and which set them apart from each other. That's why I remember Wolf Among Us and Tales of the
Hmm.
Borderlands. It was so
Right,
good. I
exactly.
loved it.
Two games that were amazing. And honestly, what got me into that shit was the first Walking Dead. And they did it perfectly. What, Walking Dead season 2 came out or 3? And then they said, "Fuck it. Let's do a Telltale game with The Walking Dead." Bam, game of the year just like that because they knew how to tell it with a compelling story and an ending that was sad and unfortunate, but you knew it had some value into it. So again, a game pushing the envelope, being something different. And after a while you can only succeed in something like that so much because, you can only
Yeah.
go so far with it. Because then you make Telltale, Back to the Future, and
Batman.
then Batman.
Oh yeah, I've never even played the Back to the Future one. That was old
Yeah,
as
those
shit.
one, yeah, those ones are, not like them. I don't know,
Ugh.
dude.
Yeah. Yeah, but Telltale went out of business. But hey, another company picked up Wolf Among Us season 2, so they got the old people working on it, so that's cool.
Right. Again, you have to have people that push the envelope
You need to
that
get the
want.
creative force, yeah. You got people who
Right.
actually put love into what they're trying to make. Not, oh, he's cheap, we can hire him.
Right, and exactly. That was something that was so cool with like Mafia 3. Truly changed what it was. You are now a black man in like what, the 60s or the 70s, taking down the mafia in itself, or well, the mob.
Oh, sorry, new
And
comment.
and you also live as a black dude, which
Okay,
Lee's death is how you kill off a character with that much grounding in the story, not the way they did Joel. Exactly.
yeah.
Lee, you had so much feelings with Lee and all of that, and then unfortunately he dies, but he
But you get to
impacted,
choose how he dies. That was the interesting
right,
part. You could either be
cut off his
brave enough,
hand,
cut off his
yeah.
hand, be brave enough to shoot him, or just leave him.
Right, and be a good example of Clementine or fuck her up.
Yeah.
So that was the thing, that it was just a lot of things like that, and a lot of things like Mafia that really, you got writers that experienced that as black men in that time, and you made them really choose it and things like that. Literally in that game, if I'm walking on the sidewalk in the wrong side of the neighborhood, a cop will pull over to the side and call me the N-word, tell me I don't belong here. That's very impactful, and a lot of, it's unfortunate that a lot of people don't get the right message. It just flows over their head because they think it's just a game. But that's how great it is. It's not only just a game, that shit actually happens. But when you push the envelope like that, it is something different.
Honestly.
A lot of companies don't do that.
And a lot of companies would do is that someone would make a beautiful story first game. They fire the entire crew that made it and replace them with new people. These new people don't put that care into the
Right.
original IPs. They don't care, or they try to just do their own thing, and that's the
Right,
problem. You
exactly. And they
can't
do their own
do
thing,
your
and that's the
own
thing. You can't.
thing. You can't when something's already set in stone, and you can't be like, I want to change it up a bit. That's what I've been
Right.
hearing
I will
about, like
not.
the fucking Star Wars movie, The Last Jedi.
Hmm.
That shit.
That's what I mean. That's one thing I'll say. Like, I'm not gonna say my old company's name, but my last job I worked, they had a code for the system. Technically, for the system, this code, and they would hire new IT people every fucking time to fix the code and make it better. But they couldn't. You want to know why? Because they don't know the code and they don't know how it works. So it's kind of like when you do that, when you fire an old team, get the new team, and fucking have the old team's idea and say, you work with that. How are they even going to make it good? There's no way they can do it. You would have to scrape the whole thing and make something different. And at that point, make a new game.
Even Yakuza, an amazing game as stories are, best telling stories in the game franchise, and the new Yakuza is relying on old Yakuza fans to boost up the game, but I'm hoping the same level of story
Right.
is going to be
Right.
Yeah, it's Yakuza stories.
Right.
All of them are good. Like the plot twists,
Exactly.
everything. Like the person who writes these plots are amazing. Cause like, bro, I can't guess what happens in Yakuza, and that's
Shit
good.
just happens.
Shit just hits the fan or it doesn't. You get a quiet
Right, and
life
it
or you
hurts
die.
you, and then you kill you, and then you're like, I'm gonna kick your ass. So
Yakuza
that's
0.
legit.
Fucking beautiful. Beautiful game.
Right, that's what I
Recommend it.
mean. So the new Yakuza that's coming out, that's what,
That
like a,
is what I
it's
was
like an
trying to tell
RPG game
you.
now.
Yeah, it's going to be a turn-based RPG. But that's
All
what I was
right,
trying to
turn.
tell you. Fucking Ellie and Abby's story should have been like Yakuza, where you leave it off
Right.
one good cliffhanger and then go back to the other, leave it off a good cliffhanger. Makes you think, like, man, what's going on over there? And you go back and you get mad because now you got to go back and finish the other cliffhanger.
That's what I mean, dude. It's just
There's
it's
so
things like
much they
this.
could do that. Like writing the timeline out and perfectly scripting it. I don't know what they were doing here. It was like, hey, you know that scene where you're about to black out? Filler time. Filler time. You feeling tired? Filler.
Right.
And I'm like, bro,
Right,
I
and
didn't
exactly.
know.
And because even when you're continuing a franchise like this, you do sometimes have to change it up. So kind of like what Ash says, they are relying on the Yakuza fans to make this up because, and in general, Yakuza, I don't want to say it's low, but I don't want to say it's a popular franchise, but it has a very, very strong community. And after a while, you kind of have to change things up. So maybe this turn-based thing will be great for them. Because many people were saying "fuck you" to Resident Evil 7 at first.
The
First
Last of
person
Us.
looks
Oh,
like
shit.
Outlast.
Oh, sorry. The Last Jedi is why I gave Last of Us 2 a 0 out of 10. They're both pretty, but pretty only gets you so far. Yakuza is a very niche community.
Right. That's what I mean. As long as you have a strong community and a community that will work with you and tell you what they want, and you deliver the best you can, it always comes out good.
Everything will be
Because,
delivered
you know,
to you.
Exactly, because you're listening. But you're listening to constructive, not to opinions. Constructive criticism. There's a difference between this game sucks and I feel like if you did this with this character a bit more, the story could develop.
Nerd.
Very, very different things. Exactly.
No, I'm talking to you, nerd. Same.
Yeah, I know.
I know, no. I'm
As I
joking.
say, a lot of people are like, "Oh, you fucking nerd! This game's trash."
I'm just saying, bro. You can't get rid of the original creator to an idea that succeeded, because it's not going to be the same thing when it comes out the
Exactly.
second time. It's going to be someone else's idea, and they're going to try to do their best or their worst at attempting to recreate whatever the original idea is. And most times it fails. The game becomes something entirely different, kind of like this one.
Your hat's brim contains what alloy? It is the Shaolin.
I wouldn't give Last of Us a 0 out of 10. It's at least a 4 or 5 from me. That's what Mel said. I give it a fucking nay. Don't buy it. I played the game for you. You saw what you saw. Please. And that's the thing. Another thing about a single player game like that, if your game doesn't make me want to go back and do New Game Plus, then are you making your game right? Because you're only offering a single player at the moment. I don't feel like replaying that at all. Not one bit. Please. Nah, I'm done with that game. Multiplayer confirmed. That shit's gonna be trash too. Alright, it's in the bathroom, but oh my god. That game was weird. Everything about it. It was just jumping to one point to another. Flashbacks after flashbacks. I didn't even know which one was real anymore. I didn't know where we were. Last of Us 2 left me feeling empty and giving up on storytelling as a whole. I can't give it anything above a 0. Yeah, to be fair, Mel, like, can you name, like, a game, any type of game that's not a remake of any other game or not a sequel to an original base game? Can you tell me any game that's new IP that's popular? Because I think Final Fantasy VII's winning this year. Like, Final Fantasy VII is great, but again, it's not original. That's what we're like talking about. But this storytelling is just, and I didn't understand the narrative. I can't give it anything above a 4. I don't want to give it anything above a 4. Gameplay is good, and that's probably it. I didn't like the fact that Abby got everything she wanted. it was like just a gift to her. Like the entire plot, the creators are like, here you go, you get this many advantages. How is it fair to anyone to play as a person we're supposed to get revenge on and have her beat the holy fuck out of Elliot? Mel, how is that fun? How is that innovative? That wasn't great. That made me upset. I was more mad. I have never been upset, like, playing as a character in a game, but you made the character unlikable. You gave her a bad start. You didn't let her learn anything. She learned what? At the very end, she learned to calm down, but still. She killed Joel. She killed Jesse. Their deaths mean nothing. All her friends are dead. Nothing was solved. Everything was given to goddamn Abby, and nothing was given to Elle. You know, the girl we've been cheering on with Joel since 2013.
Right. What did I miss? Sorry, I was in the.
Mel was saying she wanted to give this game at least a 4 out of 5 out of 10, but Ash was talking about this game as giving us a less storytelling as a whole, and I was basically explaining the fact that Abby had everything received to her in this entire story, and Elle gets nothing. She gets nothing.
Right,
Ellie gets shit.
That's probably why it get Mel. That's why it gets a 0 out of 10. From Ash, because it's coming from not only a fan but a person who is a writer, and when you deliver nothing and something so expected, something so that's we've waited for, and you deliver on nothing, and then also you confuse writing with shit writing and just horrible dialogue, you completely disappoint everyone. So therefore a lot of times it will be a 0 out of 10. I already gave this piece of shit a 5 out of 10, but it disappointed me. Right. It disappointed me in the sense to where I'm a fucking writer. I'm trying to write my own fucking anime, for fuck's sakes. And definitely when I see bullshit like this, literally when I see bullshit like this, it doesn't mean anything. Ellie doesn't even fucking learn anything. What was supposed to
hold on. Ash posted something. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Ash said, as the game had you play as Abby after killing Joe, I knew there was no replay value in it. The length of Abby's campaign and the ending fully solidified that thought.
Yep.
None of the characters learn anything. Abby learns nothing, and I literally have no fucking clue what Ellie learns. Ellie learns nothing.
Literally what they pushed for Ellie to learn is at the end of the day, revenge doesn't get you anywhere, it gets you more hurt. That's why she left the guitar there, her past behind, even though she lost everything. That was her technically.
But what about Abby? Whatever. She still got Lev.
Abby doesn't really necessarily. She technically learns the same thing. Revenge never gets you anywhere, but she had to learn it in a different way with Lev, because you know Lev was the only thing that stopped her from killing. It was kind of like. Ellie was not in a position where she needed to learn something, and in a sense, you are right, because she's not a vengeful person.
Ellie was legit relaxing in Jackson. Nothing was going on. Abby started this, but everyone's looking at Elle to learn a lesson here. Elle had to learn.
It's kind of like in God of War when you're facing one of I think Thor's sons, or I think Thor's sons.
The one in the front door. Or the other one.
Front door, and fucking because he wants to kill his mom, and he
Time out. Before you say anything, God of War 4 stream coming soon. Be on the lookout.
Right. So fucking, he steps in front of him, and Kratos says, "This path you're on.
It's not
vengeance. It has no end, and you
That's
find
the
no
same
peace."
shit that Zeus told him in God of War 2.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's
legit
what they were trying to push for.
That's fucking storytelling. When you make him learn something that he himself fucking couldn't do. All right.
Right. I love the graphics, and I found the gameplay intriguing, which is why I give it a 4 out of 5. I've said it before, the story had a lot of potential, but they had the script poorly written. Another thing, they butchered Joel, because in the first game he would never told a stranger his name, and Ellie had to pay the price of being blinded by vengeance, and I agree, Abby learned through Lev. And exactly. It's kind of like she had to learn through somebody, really, to learn. At the end of the day, losing all your friends wasn't enough. So at the end of the day, Abby is hard-headed. When Ellie didn't really need to learn anything, because Ellie was usually the one teaching Joel how to be human again, because, you know, Joel was Joel after, you know, the whole thing started.
Yeah.
So, that's why, again... And exactly, Joel was way smarter than he was. But then after a while, they were going on, he was older, and after that, you start getting softer. You're not as hard anymore.
Yeah, he wasn't
So
doing
that's-
it for a while. It's
right.
been a couple of years. They've been in
Right, so
peace.
right. So that's why he probably had his guard down.
Yeah, you haven't been out in
But still,
action.
he
They settled.
But still, he deserved. Even still, he deserved a better death.
He deserved a way better death. I knew they were going to kill Joel, and it was like, I was kind of mentally preparing myself for it. So that's why I wasn't really as sad, because I can't sit here and say that. Joel had long to live. He was very old in Last of Us 1. Like,
Right.
it was either
so
time
I
was
had
going to
a
kill him
feeling-
or not. Because you were saying,
And I
oh,
already
Ellie's
knew
the
he was
main
gonna
character.
die.
I'm like, yeah, something happened to him. And I'm not saying
Right.
that Ellie would be a bad main character. She can be a great next generation, just as Nero is to Dante. Like, Dante
Right.
passed that torch out perfectly.
And that's that's another game that I also had an issue with. A lot of the times hold up, what did I say? Ellie never acts like she's blinded by vengeance. This whole game never brings up Joel after he dies, but Ellie is still on the mission, but still never mentions him and never acts like she just lost a father figure. Exactly.
And she only
It's like
brought him
they-
up to Abby. Oh, I know why you're mad at Joel. Like,
right,
bitch,
and
we're not...
she had the panic attacks and all that. That could be something to where you never talk about something, and they could use that excuse. But at the end of the day, you're telling a game, and it's a movie. In a sense, you kind of have to tell the audience what the fuck's going on, instead of stringing them on for nothing.
I told you if she didn't die, I'm unsubscribing to
Right.
myself. So I'm losing all my
And a lot-
subscribers and followers right now.
And a lot of the times we play on nostalgia for like I'm a good example. I feel like in this next Devil May Cry game, it's gonna be Devil May Cry 6. Dante shouldn't be playable, or Virgil, or V, or anybody, unless you're doing an after campaign New Game Plus thing, or anything like that. That game should be simply Nero's. I think after a while, again, people are so afraid to push that envelope to where you have to pass the torch.
You have to.
What
at
did Devil
one
May Cry
point.
4? What did Devil May Cry 4 do? They introduced this guy that looked exactly like Dante, and fucking you play for him half the game. They show his potential, and then what? Mission 10, Dante's turn. Okay, now I kill everybody. Nero didn't. I'm still badass. This is my game.
Oh yeah, that shit was clean.
And Devil May Cry 5, they kind of show him, okay, you're passing the torch because you beat the fuck out of Dante and your father. But at the same time, for half the game, you were technically Virgil, which is V, and you were Dante, and then you were Nero. You have to give him his own game. And I feel like a lot of games don't do that. Like the same thing with Resident Evil. Stop fucking putting Chris in it. Stop putting Leon in it. Yeah, my name's
Where's
fucking Leon
Jake?
Killer. But at the end of the day, this is a series that can only be carried by new generation of people, and if you don't give them, but that goes without disrespecting the new people, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
trying to say that Ray was stronger than Anakin and Luke and all that bullshit, absolutely cunt. No, it doesn't fucking work that way. You have to give respect to the old generation, but also pass the torch. That way, maybe in a couple of games, they could pass the person that was older.
I never
Kinda like
had a
what they
problem with Ethan. I thought Ethan was a good main character.
Exactly.
Nonchalant. They're like, oh, I don't like him because he's not very expressive. I'm like, that's the funny part about Ethan. He just kind of just says what the fuck to most things.
Right,
the
and
fuck?
plus, that's kind of what I like. He's not this government agent, BSAA,
He's
trained
just a
special ops motherfucker. He's a guy
looking for
his
a
fucking wife.
wife. Yeah, that's all he was. Oh, damn,
And we
she
know
beat
what
the
he
fuck out
looks
of him.
like because they gave us, pictures and shit like that. So we know what the fucking guy looks like. So.
And
don't need
Ethan
to put
is main
fucking-
character for Resident Evil 8 again, but like, I'm not mad. I
Right,
like
but
Ethan.
Even then, they're saying he's sharing the game with Chris. So it's like, Okay.
Where's Jake, bro? Where is Jake? I like
That's what I
Capcom.
mean.
You introduced
Right.
this character like you did Nero, but you gave no shits about
Right,
him.
right, and they were
He's
saying he was
Wesker's
the guy.
son. He
Right,
was supposed.
they were saying he was the guy. This is the guy. This is the guy that's gonna take over.
They,
So,
well, why were you so scared to bring him back? Hell, they didn't even mention him anymore. That's it.
right,
He
and
better
that's
be
what I
in this
mean.
fucking village.
You have to use these characters. You have to use. Why not use someone like Sheva again? Why not grab Helena one
I
more
miss
time?
Sheva.
What about-
I miss
no, what about
Pierce.
grab Pierce? Just kidding. Fucking, why
I'ma
don't you
beat
grab just any
The
type of-
holy fuck out of you.
Why don't you grab Moira? Why don't you grab Claire more? Fuck it, Rebecca.
Did
Why don't
Billy
you
ever
grab
die?
Who?
Billy, did he ever die?
No.
What the fuck? What's he been
That's
doing?
what I mean. Why don't you grab Sherry again? Or fuck it. Why don't you grab fat ass Barry and give him his own fucking game? Or fuck it. Everyone loves Hunk so much. Why don't you give him his own fucking game? You have all these options for characters, but yet you get Big Dick Chris. Fuck him up at first, and then you learn that he looks ugly, because we all have to tell you, and then you remake him. He actually looks good in Resident Evil 8.
Hey, it looks just like
So-
RE6 Rick, Chris.
Right,
Just
right. Except
more
just
wrinkles.
a bit more realistic. Yeah, a bit more realistic, which is cool.
Yeah. RE7
So-
Chris never happened. Not my Chris. Hashtag.
Exactly, that's what I mean. So you had to learn with all that shit and just I don't know.
I don't know, bro.
I don't,
I don't
I don't know
know.
what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. You're gonna go to hell if you keep acting like that.
I didn't do anything. I'm just chilling.
Not you, fucking them. Just in general, you have to give it to the new generation.
There's no such thing as new
Nostalgia can
gens.
right. Nostalgia can only go on.
Got
for
another
so long.
screenshot. Got another screenshot. Okay. Hold on. Gotta load back to chat. My bad. Alright, so the thing is, storytelling is equal parts showing and telling. This game tells us that Ellie is upset and wants to kill Abby, but as soon as we go out into the world, it's all literal sunshine and pretty green scenery, and Ellie serenades her wood plank of a girlfriend with a ballad of Take On Me. That, first of all, Take On Me, that shit was ass. She butchered it.
Love the
and
song, but still. Yeah.
She butchered it, and I got copyright claim for it. So, you know, fuck you. Fuck you. Where we are. Take On Me. Nothing in the game. The characters, the scenery, the environment shows us what we're being told. We're told Abby is a bad guy, and then shown when she kills Joel. But then the game pulls a full 180 and showing and telling us Abby is practically our pro tag, and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of ass. What the fuck happened? How did you lose? You son of a bitch. Yeah, this shit's kind of weird, bro. That's what I'm saying, because, like, you got your information when you played Last of Us 1, just, you know, chilling, but what the fuck were you doing? What drugs were
Right.
you on? Because I want it. I want the good shit. Because you have to be fucking with me at that point. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to go in there myself and kick her ass if that's the case. Who's messaging me? Oh, that's you saying bathroom. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Or what?
No, I'm talking about Ash.
Got no qualms beating
Yeah,
this
that death was. There needs to be a call. Someone, anyone, for like original ideas that get super popular.
Yeah, and honestly, with how high tech everything is now and shit like that, it wouldn't be hard to push it and.
Would you guys
make
like
something.
a remake of Pac-Man?
Pac-Man?
Pac-Man remake. This time it plays like Dynasty Warriors.
Holy fuck!
Actually, I'll buy it. Pac-Man out here doing
like
waka waka combos.
Right. So that's what I mean. Just it was things like that. It was things like right now, guys. I can look in the PSN store and fuck you. There's like nothing I'm excited for.
Nothing in
Really?
the pre-orders is exciting. Jax, calm down. Jax, calm down. Jax, you're
Nah,
missing.
boy. Nah, boy.
That boy's smacking them toes. What are those?
Like that. Like that's what I mean. There's nothing exciting. Ghost of Tsushima. I'm excited for it, but also fucking terrified at the same time. Marvel Adventures by Square Enix. Fuck off. Fucking Cyberpunk. Okay, that's another game I'm excited
Delayed.
for. And then, right, exactly. And even then, delayed until like what, October or somewhere. I don't even remember. And then, of course, they had Madden, which I don't know.
Outlast 3 got confirmed for 2020.
And again, I don't know. Outlast 2 is even that good, so I don't even know.
Outlast 2 is shit. As a man who
Compared
was
to the first
scared,
one? Definitely.
yo, oh bro, I was so scared in the first. If your game, which Outlast did, doesn't make you terrified to leave your hiding spot to look around, then you're not doing your game right. Because Outlast 2, I said fuck it most times. I'm like, I'm out of here, fuck you. Like the monsters did not scare me. It was more of just like, oh, I'm in danger. I should probably move. Ugh.
Right, like tomorrow I'm gonna do it, of course, but it's weird having to turn the camera on tomorrow to you guys and continue with another game after feeling so fucking disappointed with what I've been getting. I have to play older games. Because one, that's what you guys requested, and then two, it's because that's what was good.
Honestly.
Tell me why out of all these newer games, most people from Watch Me want to see Devil May Cry. Why? Because that was the game that pushed the envelope for its time. Unfortunately, I have to play the second one, but still.
You like that one?
It's like my least favorite one. But...
Give me your money.
Again, that's what I'm saying. I don't know, it's just things like that, man.
Fucking great. And I won't give points of the graphics or combat system. Naughty Dog has more than enough money to make a good-looking game, and they're just
Exactly,
fixing
and they
up the
always do
combat
that.
from the last of Us
When
one.
have they not done that? When have
Right.
they really not delivered on something like that?
Because I really can't focus on this. No. All right. They're fixing up the combat from last one. It's also part of the reason I give it a 0 out of 10. I know for games they usually get points for how they play and look, but this is $1 million company. They have too much money to make anything.
Right, it's
worth
kind
giving
of
points.
like what I said. That's already a given when it comes to Naughty Dog. They never.
It's
disappoint
like
when it comes to
rewarding
stuff like
an
that.
adult for writing kindergarten level words correctly.
Right.
Oh, damn, I died.
That's like me giving you brownie points because you brushed your teeth this morning. There you go, you
Aw,
nasty
look-
fuck. You're supposed to do that.
Oh, look how cute. Don't forget, if you want to always rant, you want to let out, you want to just relax, chill, check out our Discord at Discord.
Yeah, you can Discord us or even here. This is always a chance to do that because
This is your opportunity to talk. We love to hear more opinions. If you're opposing
Yeah.
us, please tell us what you feel.
yeah, and it's not going to be a shouting match or anything like that.
No. If you like
I
it,
like
tell me
hearing
what you
different
like
opinions.
it. Yeah, it's just
I
like
really love hearing
I
different
don't
opinions.
hate people's opinions of liking something. If you like it,
I
that's
like
fine.
that. If everyone thought the same thing as me, one, this world would be better. But two, fucking,
That's a damn
it'd be
lie.
boring. It would be boring. Because if we all thought the same, then it'd just be fucking boring all the time.
No one would go out of the pocket and be creative because
Right.
we all be thinking the same. We have to.
Exactly.
We have to break that, and that's why I suggest that fighting games have an auto battle feature so
I
we
know
can
you
focus
might
on the
make it a
street.
shouting match, Ash.
I might make it. Yeah, go ahead, girl. I mean, no arguing in the chat, please. Please keep it respectful. But yes, I'm suggesting bring more auto battles in fighting games, please. This makes my stream so much more relaxing. Just love watching someone die. No, I just love watching someone die while talking. Just, yeah, Mortal Kombat. Fucking great. I like games with auto battles, though. They're really cool. I think next time we do like a discussion like this, I got another game to try out. Graham Blue.
You are under arrest, dirtbag.
Yeah.
Dirtbag.
Again, games that push the envelope and things like that. That's why a lot of times I have to pull from the. Or then a lot of times a lot of companies have something good and then they don't like really go for it. You want to explain to me why Rockstar decides to go for Red Dead 2? Decides to go for Red Dead 2. Keep in mind, a game franchise that was okay. Red Dead Revolver was okay, and Red Dead Redemption was pretty cool. But at the end of the day, play the same, just like Grand Theft Auto. It's part of the reason I feel weird watching Kyle's stream. He seems to be enjoying some parts of it, but then I'm left sitting here like, how are you enjoying this? Fuck off. And
Leave
you know
Cal
that's okay.
alone. He likes no, he
But
doesn't say.
and that's what and that's what I mean. It's cool that he thinks that, because sometimes I wish I could see the good, and something I see so horrible. That's me though. So when I see someone enjoying it, I'm like, okay, why do you enjoy it? I like knowing why, and if they do enjoy it, fine, fuck it. I don't like it, but cool, you can like it.
I'm not gonna be mad. That's like the people who say they don't like Dead by Daylight. I mean, like, shit. That's okay. Your opinion is right, because we play it and we don't like it too.
Right, I was about to say, I fucking barely like the game, and I'm fucking playing it.
I play that shit. It's like, oh, Dead by Daylight sucks, and then we're like, it does.
Well, yeah, it does suck. I'm level 1, motherfucker. Watch this shit.
Bro, I'm ranked 3 right now, Ash. Oh, by the way, I reached tier 70, guys. I'm done. Dead by Daylight streams are going on like a mini break. I'll be playing probably another multiplayer game or some shit.
Right.
But yes, I'm done with the battle pass. I think there's 17 days remaining. Everything feels good. Completing that. That felt more accomplishing than beating Last of Us 2.
Right, that's what I mean. I feel, you beat a game, you finish an anime, you finish a show, you watch a movie. What now?
What now? I like a game that makes you feel like, what now?
What now?
What now is probably like, man, I invested so much into this, and it
Last of Us 2 is delete now. That's legit what
bro,
it tells me.
That game got right off my system. I'm making space. Oh, I want to see it too, but like Ellie, I get blinded by annoyance and I just go off. LOL. I think it's why I don't get into debates with people. It's honestly a big problem with me. Jesus Christ. Panic. We are in the works. Resident Evil 2 left me feeling what now? I forgot like a game that really made me feel like that for a while. Like when it ends, you're just like, what now? There's a lot of good animes that do that shit to you. Like Cowboy Bebop did it. It's just Cowboy Bebop did that shit to me. I devoted a week to that game.
Cowboy Bebop just fucking. Even animes I would used to watch like Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, Yu Yu Hakusho, all these special shit, and Inuyasha. That took 200 episodes, but fucking. All these things that make,
bro, alright, time out. You know a game that really made me feel what now? Swear to God, Final Fantasy 15. I loved the first time I played Final Fantasy 15 because I delayed the game for an entire month. I spent the first month doing side quests, going on road trips, bonding, feeling that good old character development, optional dialogue that happens when you go to campfires. It's like a rare occurrence that happens with the crew. I loved every moment of it, and when it got to the end and you beat it, you're just like, what now? That was a good feeling, because, man, I felt really sad letting go of that game. I might bring it back, though. It's just got to be requested enough. I might bring back Final Fantasy. We might do the whole road trip. We might have fun again. But, man, it's been so long since I played that. But that was such an experience for me.
Right,
I loved it.
It was games like that it's just like, okay, Because a lot of people like the turn-based, but when you switch it up to something like that, it makes it, look different. And then, again, you're doing something different. You can't always do the same thing in a franchise and expect it to live forever.
Yeah, Mario Kart, instead of driving, you reverse. You go backwards.
That's why Mario Kart tries to do a whole bunch of different things with the drifting, with
The
adding new
cars
shit,
going
adding
low
the bikes,
gravity.
adding the tires, shit like that.
The cars
adding like
doing
4
that
more
shit.
fucking rainbow roads for some fucking reason.
Me's are lit.
Jeez.
Oh, dude, wait till I get this computer up and running. Mario Kart streams are gonna be more often, bitch. Splatoon streams. We're doing all the multiplayer Switch games. We're getting in there. Ninjala. Fuck. Super excited. Ninjala is one of those new.
Probably some Street of Rage, shit like this. Games that are good and that we would actually like to show you guys because we're pretty restricted with just PlayStation.
Yeah, PlayStation's like it's fun and all, but like we play another.
Like you know how much fun, guys. Even though I was raging, how much fun I had playing Cuphead. That was fun because it's different. It's so different. This is a hard game, but a cartoony style game, and I liked it. And then I liked streaming it because Coraline, I know she liked it. Almighty. It's a run-on joke that I can't win at anything. And I know Jose's badass always wanted to see it, so he could definitely fucking watch me and watch me fucking play it. So literally, I know a lot of people like shit like that. I know a lot of people like Splatoon. Who doesn't like Mario Kart? So, and then they just have an abundance of games.
I hate Cuphead. Well, you lost to the damn vegetables, so you know what? That's your own fucking fault.
But what I mean by that, Mel, is I know you hate Cuphead, but this is it's a game that's not saying so different, but a game that at least,
Hold on, that's also a thing with Last of Us 2. I played Final Fantasy 15 over a month and never got tired of it. I played RE2 for a week straight and never got tired of it. Last of Us 2 was only a day, but that day felt like a year, and I never want to go back.
Exactly. That's exactly her point.
Oh, she meant say you played Final Fantasy 15 over a month.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Yeah.
I didn't even progress. I was too scared to end this game.
When Ash was playing, I watched Ash play Resident Evil 2 for days on end. And even though she's like, the backtracking and all that, it seems like she genuinely enjoyed it. But not like this game.
And not like RE3 either. And Project Resistance has potential, but they need a lot of catching up to do. They have a lot of catching up to do. There's a lack of content in that game that makes me want to go back to it. Like, what's the point of leveling up your characters past 30? Because you get everything you need once you reach 25, you know? Like, I don't see the preference of having your character rank 90 and playing that shit over and over again. At least with Dead by Daylight, there's perks and shit you can unlock from other survivors. I love RE2. I was ready to go back and take notes to figure out how to play the game as clean as possible. See? That's what a game should do for you. Make you think, but I felt like they got confident. Don't know what Capcom was thinking with RE3. They got confident. Now look. RE3's forgotten.
Exactly. I remember her fucking saying, "Oh, Leon, if I'm quiet, I'm writing notes down." See, that's a devotion not only to a game, but saying, "Leon, I like this game. I genuinely like it," and which is good. Because that means the developers remade a game that I loved when I was 5 and made it so good that a person like Ash, who didn't experience that, experiences it in a different way, but still experienced what I experienced. When you can do that, you know you did something good. Now, when you fuck my ass with something like Last of Us 2, you don't deliver anything. All you do is just bring disappointment. And unfortunately, I brought you my $60. That I can't get back.
No one wants to go back to Last of Us 2. I don't. I sure as hell don't. I don't.
I'll go back to Last of Us 1 for you guys again. I'd rather do that again than play that again.
Yeah, I was like, I literally, I've never felt ever streaming a game being like, I need to hurry this up. A game should never feel like that. And that's what it felt like playing as Abby. I had no problem with Ellie.
Let's go. As soon as I seen Abby, I'm like, all right, let's go. That's why I streamed it all day, guys. Because I was like, yo, let's go.
Because when you actually, did you upgrade her? I told you no. I tried to get through these parts without upgrading. Yeah. I didn't feel like scavenging or looking for, I didn't care. Right. I didn't care. Right. I wanted to be done with it.
And some of what Alex, it bothered him so bad that he wouldn't even upgrade or anything. It was bothering me but the fucking side of me not grabbing shit bugs me more. That's the only reason why I upgraded Abby or anything like that. Other than that, there's times where I fucking ran through shit because even though I'm a bulldozer, I don't want to bulldoze anything. I want to be Ellie.
I can imagine people not wanting to go back to Last of Us, not wanting to go back to Last of Us just because of the knowledge of what happens to these guys. No, people will go back to Last of Us 1 to forget about.
And while you're right, Ash, at the same time, when they play that game again, they'll get the feeling of what they had before, and you know, just remembering how good this game. Right, you're reliving the game again, and you're reliving how good this game was. That way, you know, because
that's why, like, Last of Us
I'll
is going to be...
Resident Evil 1 every day, knowing Resident Evil 7, Chris.
Last of Us 1 is going to be that game that people go back to. Like, I see it 20 years in the future. It's going to be just like Resident Evil's treated 20 years ago. Right. It's going to be one of those games where, like, you go back and play it. Yeah? They're going to be like, yo, crack open that Last of Us. What about 2, Daddy? Throw that in the furnace, son. That is our warmer.
And you're going to go in there if you don't shut the fuck up.
But, Dad, I like
Same
it.
With your mother.
I only have 2 daughters now. Where's Matt? He liked Last of Us 2. Oh god, close the furnace. You hear about the Korean streamer? No. No, I didn't hear about anything about a Korean streamer. Also, Ash and Mel, I want to remind you guys that there is a new command, the I redeem. And basically, the redeem just lets you notify me that there are people redeeming rewards on the channel, and I have not seen. Check it out. Try it out and tell me if it works. Well, show me if it works. It's just the exclamation mark redeem. But no, why don't you also tell me about the streamer? I'm more curious what happened now. Dude was playing Last of Us 2, got to the part where Joel died and ejected disc and cuts it up.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that, but I didn't watch it. But
I want to watch it. I want to watch it. I can imagine it. I can imagine the dude pulling the CD out.
But you know, that's what I mean.
What do you mean?
Game...
Use I redeem as an item. Ooh. Hold on. 1 second. I redeem bacon. No. Hold on. No. Let me check on it real quick. 1 second. That's not how the command was supposed to work. Oh, did it load up? It did not load up. It didn't save. This game's trash. 1 second. It didn't save through. Discord punch. Alright, we're gonna keep this going. I'm really sorry about that, Ash. Continue. Alright. Alright, the command is titled I reward. Try I reward. Oh, exclamation mark reward. It's not supposed to purchase shit on the stream, but it's supposed to just it's supposed to just notify you for me to check, and then I check.
You don't have a choice.
Round 1. Fight.
Works. Thank you. Alright, thank you. Now, yeah, that's funny. With the Korean streamer cutting that shit up. Hilarious. For fuck's sakes. Was he still alive, Leon? Or are you still looking for the video? I'm about to say.
Oh no, just, yeah.
Oh. Did somebody redeem bacon? See? That helps a lot because I'm not paying attention to my computer. I have it set to the PS4 chat, and the PS4 does not let me know that stuff has been redeemed. So, It's always good to have these commands to remind me. I'm thinking of loopholes while I'm working on getting the shit checked out and the computer and everything. But yes, I'm just more excited to see what else Nintendo has to offer, really. That's why I'm always excited for Nintendo announcements, because I know Nintendo won't
and
fuck
that's the
with
thing
me.
with Nintendo. They never fuck. Yeah, exactly. They don't fuck with me. They deliver on what's, and even if it's something decent, it's always just better than what the other companies are doing when it comes to PS4, when it comes to Xbox, things like that. They don't disappoint me.
Dude,
No, you know what the thing was? They learned, motherfucker. They learned from their shit Wii U phase, and they said, okay, we fucked up. Now look at the Switch. The Switch is the best console. It's legit the best console.
it
This
says
is handheld, motherfucker.
it says you notified me, but I can't see it. It's not on my computer. Did you redeem a reward, or you guys just fucking with me? Because I got up.
Me?
It's not. No, I'm talking about those two. Because there's nothing on the computer. I don't
I
see
did redeem
anything.
a reward.
What did you redeem? It's not notifying me.
What do you think?
Fuck. I'm just gonna assume it's faking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't pop up for me that moment.
But yeah,
But Twitch is just
they
weird.
learned, and even then, you know, then they capitalized it. Okay, we had some gems on the Wii U, so let's throw it on our fucking Switch. Why not? People were getting mad that what was it, Super Mario Bros. Wii U and Super Luigi Wii U were $60. I'm like, why? That's 2 games, motherfucker. Should they really be 40? Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got 2 games for 60.
A lot of
Why are you
things like
complaining?
a lot of things people are complaining about are like
And plus
the
that's
Wii U
Nintendo.
games. Yeah, there's something wrong with Nintendo games when it comes to pricing, because like, you know, PS4 and Xbox games, the older it gets, the cheaper it is. It's polar opposite with Nintendo
Right,
games.
and that was the thing. And you know why? Because Nintendo always has value in their shit. You want to tell me why even Smash Bros is probably like what the DS Smash Bros is? I think, Alex, that's just like $40 still. You know why? Because those games still have
Bro,
value.
can you explain to me why Final Fantasy Awakening, Lucina and Crom's game, is still $40?
That's what I mean. These games have value because they've listened not only to their consumer, but they know what's right for their game, and they make it good every single
still-
fucking time.
Yo,
That's
Nintendo games are always expensive except for online.
Right. Exactly.
Also,
That's it.
even if a game is part of a franchise, at least make it feel original and original enough. That's what I'm saying. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, to me, is one of my favorite all-time Pokemon spin-offs. I prefer that over Pokemon. I love it. I love everything they did with it. It's a Pokemon game, but it's not. It's its own thing.
Right. And plus, a lot of companies don't learn. Fucking Nintendo said, okay, we release Mario every year. Let's not release him this year. They gave it like 2 years. Boom, Mario Odyssey. It goes up with the Game of the Year contenders. They actually
And
win
that's
it, so
the
you get what I
thing
mean.
about Nintendo is like they really utilize their characters and their IPs. Like advertisements, everyone's in it. Like Mario, Link, Samus, all of them. Like I see more use of characters in advertisements and rewards and everything than PlayStation. And what the fuck characters Xbox got? Steve, Marcus, Halo, Master Chief. So what I'm saying is, like, you know how like Nintendo Directs when they jokingly put Bowser in the background, like, what are you doing here? He's like, like, shit, get your dumb ass off this screen, bro. At least use your characters, right? Oh my god. There's so much good Nintendo characters, and they're all memorable in their own way, whether you never played it or not. Like, if you played it, you're gonna remember. If you never played it, you're still gonna remember. Like, they'll still utilize showing you the characters. If you look at a picture of Link, you're gonna know who Link is right off the bat. Why are these bats eating me?
Right.
And like the bot says, don't forget Discord. You want to promote yourself on stream, knock yourself out, put it in the chat. We'll look into it. Nintendo does make franchise games. They put enough effort to make each game feel different enough. Animal Crossing New Leaf is nothing like Pocket Camp, neither are like New Horizon, but they're all Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing, Kirby, Legend of Zelda. Shit,
Right,
technically Bayonetta's part of Nintendo now, so.
Right, exactly. They all somehow managed, except Sonic, they all somehow managed to
But they're close homies.
make it good.
Sonic has a better
Maybe.
relationship there than any other like platform. Hell, Sonic
Well,
and
yeah,
Mario at
but
the
that
Olympic
doesn't mean the
Games.
fucking games that are coming out for it are good.
Oh no, Sonic Forces. We don't talk about that. Cat, get out, get out.
Even Sonic Team Racing? But fucking Sonic Team
Fuck
Racing?
off. I want to get the other Sonic game with actual Sega characters because I really wanted to play as
Yeah.
Ryo from Shenmue.
Mm-hmm.
I was super excited to see that whole vending machine shit. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Because I played through Shenmue, and that game was a chore. It was
No.
That game was a fucking chore. I hated everything.
Let's say that. But yeah, that's what I mean. It's just Nintendo, and that's why I'm not gonna say we like to stream fucking Nintendo games. Because,
But I can't because everything is
Right.
stupid and capture cards are dumb, and now I have to upgrade
Exactly.
this computer. I will make this computer. I promise to make this computer better, because I made a deal with Zay. That's why
Right.
I sold him something, and I didn't want to charge him, so I said my only charge is that you fix my computer,
Right.
make it better.
So.
I need it compatible to play PC games, so Meta can finally play with me in Overwatch, and I can be ass on PC, and then be ready to stream Switch games because I've been ready to move on to Switch.
Right, I was about to say, and that was the thing. Even when I stream some of the games on PS4, I somewhat find
I'm ready
it
for the
hard
Switch.
to act interested.
Yeah, I'm ready to move on to the Switch too. Like, I love my PS4 and I love streaming on it too, but like, it's time
Right.
to spread
And then
our
plus
wings.
Plus, with the capture card, we can do more. We can go on Discord. We can do a lot more things. We can interact with you guys easier. And then not only that, the games are just fucking funner. And then it's with capture card. The server isn't going to drop for some reason on PS4. And the fucking cutscenes won't get blocked. And I can actually do a full playthrough on it if I wanted to.
Yeah, you can actually use the capture card on the PS4 to get past that whole block. I do not like restricting scenes, PlayStation. That shit is stupid. It defeats the purpose of streaming on the console. I stay away from Yakuza games because I can't stream the ending, but the ending is being shown all over YouTube. So it's just like, you're not really fighting to block the ending, but you're just preventing it on a console. Persona not being allowed to be streamed at all when it first came out, very fucking disappointing.
Right.
Couldn't even share play it. Super fucking disappointing.
Right. Fucking barely. Zero is barely fucking streaming that shit on fucking Facebook now. But at first, no. You can do that shit. We gotta buy it. Which, I mean, I suggest you buy it. But still.
Yeah, buy it.
Shit, Royals are already on sale for like $35.
Oh, really?
I think 40. Either 35 or 40, but...
People are genuinely hurt about what happened in Last of Us 2, and the thing that's worse, Naughty Dog doesn't care. Like, I don't think Naughty Dog understands the damage they just did with this story. I don't think they understand that they...
I think in the upcoming weeks they will, because a lot of people are very disappointed with it. I'm disappointed. Ash, it sounded like you were gonna go kill yourself earlier.
Yeah, honestly, bro.
Because I know how much it fucked with you. Because I know how much it fucked with me. And I know how much it fucked with Alex. It fucked with everybody. Even people who weren't into Last of Us like that. When they saw shit like that, they're like, this shit doesn't even seem right. It wasn't right.
It goddamn wasn't right. Alright, but yes. I was hurt too, bitch. Trust and believe. I was mad. And like, your voice gave it all away, and it's just like, again, it's the fact that this game, there was few times after the ending where I thought I was gonna just break down and cry. It just gave me, now Mel put, it just gave me heavy season 8. Got flashbacks, very sad. But again, Mel, why would you want to recommend me a show that has a shit ending, you know? That's what I don't understand. Like, if you knew the shit ends bad,
right?
And it's not even.
And that's the thing, because maybe like when it comes to you, even though the show has a shit ending, maybe the show was so great for you that the ending didn't necessarily could end it. Alex and I'm kind of on this side, kind of because like that's how my mom is as well. If you have a shitty ending to anything, you kill the whole thing for me.
Yeah, it kind of defeats the purpose of watching. That's like rewatching The Mist. That ending was so bad. That was probably the worst movie ending I ever watched. Like, Quarantine, I didn't even feel bad for. Quarantine's ending kind of was like the same, but like no one made it. But the Mist's ending was the biggest fuck you I've ever seen written in a story. Stephen King, you're an asshole for that ending, by the way. But that ending kind of just defeated the whole movie for me, and I never wanted to watch it again. Because it's like recommending Last of Us. The first game was great and the sequel was ass. But again, I didn't know the sequel was going to be ass. You know the truth before anything. And if Leon tells me a game and I like try to bring it up and he tells me, yo, that shit ends terribly, story-wise, trash, I probably wouldn't even buy it.
Right, exactly, because, and then again, you have to have people in your life that you can trust when it comes to shit like this. If Alex, Donald, or Bonds tell me something about a game, I'm really going to take it to heart. Because I know they have some of the same interest as me, but I know they actually know what they're talking about. That's why a lot of times I don't listen to other people. But a lot of times they don't know what they're talking about.
Dude, buy this game. Well, it's got mangoes in it. And my main goal is to blow up and act like I don't know nobody. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Oh my god. That shit is ridiculous. Yeah, but like, if you got a shitty ending, I don't want to see it. But look, it's the Batman who laughs. Everyone loves that.
The whole time.
Yeah. I just love seeing them in action. They just do shit, and I'm like, oh, this is crazy. But yes, man, I like games that learn from their sequel, like their prequels, and do better. I like games that evolve.
And they learn their mistakes.
Like Kingdom Hearts learned from its mistakes, because Kingdom Hearts 1, holy fuck, was that shit hard. It was hard to fight. Camera was weird, everything. Kingdom Hearts 2, perfect. Alright. Mel, look, Game of Thrones had such a great lore and a great plot, but D&D didn't care because they had a different project, so they rushed Season 8, and low-key, the first 3 episodes of Season 8 were fucking great, but overall the ending was horrible. But Game of Thrones was just so captivating. I don't know, I never loved a character that was meant to be horrible, become redeemable like I did for Dion. Yeah, I felt that way too about Leon, but you know, he redeemed himself.
Right, and that's what I mean with stuff like Game of Thrones and shit like that. Shit, my mom hated that. My mom loved Game of Thrones. As soon as she saw that, she gave up on the show. Because how could
you? Like, that's the only question you gotta ask yourself at the end with people. How could you? And that's what I'm gonna ask Naughty Dog. How could you?
And right, and that's what I mean.
And no, Naughty Dog, I'm not mad. I'm not mad that Joel's dead. I expected it. It had to be.
Right. Everyone was saying that. Even in the first trailer where she just picks up the guitar, everyone was saying that motherfucker's dead. So that's fine. I'm just pissed off at you guys because you sucked at yourself so low to where you don't explain the story in the right direction, and you pandered to a community that is good and that is good for this generation, meaning everyone is supposed to be equal. But when you pander and make something try to be better or anything like that, then it becomes to a fault. It doesn't matter if this character is gay. What do they do for the story? What, that they eat cock? I don't care if Owen's gay. What's so good about him? I like his character. Dina? Oh, cool. She just got piped like 2 weeks ago. Now she's a lesbian? Or maybe she's just bi. Cool. What'd she do for the story? Nothing, because you didn't let her do anything for the story. She could have easily done something. Except be pregnant and then hold Ellie back.
Alright, hold on.
That's it. That's all you did.
I was so heartbroken after the ending, I just sat there numb. I was sitting there and I was trying to wrap my head around what the fuck I just sat through.
Right, yeah. And things like that can really happen. I'm not even... Of course I laugh because it's funny for the reactions, but
I laughed. I wasn't really waiting for this game.
But I also very sympathize for people, even like Ash, that take it like that. Because that's a real thing. People were waiting for this. I wasn't. Because I thought Last of Us 1 was fine. 7 fucking years. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Fuck my ass.
That's another thing. There was a lot of sex in this shit. There was so much sex scenes.
I'm just like, you're trying to push this LGBT, social justice, and then all of a sudden, all this sex. I'm like, dude, are you guys horny over there? What are you doing?
Why are you horny in the studio? I don't need all this sex scenes.
you want me to fucking go, oh, a sex scene? What'd you just do, Leon? I whipped out my cock. Like, really, this isn't a thing. In fact, you might get me flagged. And I gotta skip the scene. So my point is, these things don't
poor
really do
Spawn,
anything.
bro. He didn't deserve this
Yeah.
brutality.
He got fucked up.
Poor Spawn.
So,
That boy got sent
and the
to
thing about that
hell.
is, Naughty Dog, I was one of your biggest fucking fans ever. And especially because a company that was inspired by Tomb Raider, you made Uncharted, and it was a very kind of like weird type of graphic, kind of stiff, but I saw what you were trying to go with. Then you make Uncharted 2, best multiplayer of the year, game of the year. And then, you know, you're on a roll. You're like, okay. And then all of a sudden, you're like, my mom says I get more. I got Down syndrome all of a sudden, and then you made Uncharted 3. Why? Oh, because Uncharted 2 was so successful, and I get it. Then why did you make it so unbalanced? Why did you not listen to anybody? And in fact, when Uncharted 3 beta came out, right? It was crashing most PS3s. Okay. So it was stiff, very laggy, very glitchy. Okay. Remember that Subway beta came out? Why was that worse? The beta legit got worse. Everything got worse. And then the story came out. Story was okay. By the way, you were very cock-teasing about Sully dying in Uncharted 3. Of course he didn't actually die. But of course you were trying to tease that all up in the end, trying to confuse people. So I'm like, okay. So you do that with Uncharted 3. Then you make The Last of Us. So I'm like, oh, okay. You're on a roll. Keep doing stuff like that. Make a new IP. Nope. Let's make Uncharted 4.
What's wrong, brother?
Why? Why? What's the point? He's done. He married Elena, did all that, kissed her. He has his father figure Sully behind him. Chloe has her British boyfriend. And they all say, let's go home. So of course you had to make Uncharted 4. Story was okay. You made it more linear, so it wasn't point A to point B. And the multiplayer was, wow, you fixed the gameplay. You got right. This is a team-based game. What are the modes? You got deathmatch. Cool. What else you got? Ranked team deathmatch. Cool. What else? King of the Hill. Cool. What else? That's it.
Mike's almost
Okay.
done with the game.
Right. I'm like, okay. What else you got? When I rank up, what do I get? I don't really get anything. What? You don't get anything. Oh, okay. What about my pre-order bonuses? Oh, you get it through a chest. What?
Wait.
You get your pre-order bonuses through a loot box. Oh.
Interesting.
So I don't even have the things I pre-ordered. No. Oh.
No. Huh.
Do you have co-op? No.
Not yet.
So
All right.
then you do that.
We got another comment. Also, Mel said everything Ash felt too, she felt during the Kingdom Hearts 3 ending. I was
yeah.
mad at the Kingdom Hearts 3 ending. That ending was so bad.
I've never even played the first one, and I don't even know the fine
There's
details
so
of it. But I know the
much
strong relationship
unanswered-
between Joel and Ellie, and that ending with Joel just bulldozing through the hospital to get Ellie was amazing. Having Ellie mad at Joel for no reason upsets me. Having Abby get her way makes me mad. Having Ellie left with no closure and left even worse than Joel was when The Last of Us 1 started just exactly.
That's the
It's
shit that pissed me
unjust.
off. It's like
It makes no sense.
Joel
Why
was
does
really
this
trying to
innocent
protect
girl
him. Oh my
who
god.
lost everything ends up with nothing, and Abby gets Lev. And a route to the Fireflies. And that could have been the ambush the whole time and not even them. But at least it was somewhat of a solid lead. And at the end of the day, she has Lev. Ellie doesn't have anything. She lost her family. The only thing she probably has now is, what, Tommy?
She has to go back to Jackson though, and it's just like I don't even think
Exactly.
Dina's
And
there.
even then, would she even do that? Why would she do that?
Probably not. It's just gonna
All she
be
would do is
Phil-
remember Joel.
Joel, Jesse, Dina leaving, because Dina's probably not
Yeah.
even in Jackson. Who knows where Dina's
Right.
at?
So, again, she has
She's
nothing.
left nothing. And the fact that
that's-
like Ellie was getting mad at Joel for just trying to be helpful after learning the truth. It's just like, man, you're really giving him hell. And you did not make him
Exactly.
feel good about himself. And then to tell him, I'll
Exactly.
never forgive you, but I'll try. That shit pissed me off anymore. Like,
Exactly. That's what I
no, I
mean.
just don't understand why Ellie was mad when there was no concrete proof that the vaccine would even work, because they cannot make antifungal vaccines as a part of the medical profession. Jerry should have known that. Abby should have known that.
Right. It's just they got so held up on what could have been. They were willing to take that chance, and so was Ellie. Ellie felt like she had something to live for, and now that Joel, technically he did take that away from her, she was pissed off because she
And then,
wasn't given the choice.
but Last of Us 2 pushed the narrative that Joel was horrible. And you know what? They didn't
Exactly.
really explain anything else other than Joel killing everyone in that Fireflies moment. He didn't do anything else. He didn't kidnap her. He didn't smuggle her. He didn't give her any tryhards. He didn't do anything. And it made no sense when she looked at me. It's like, do you know who I am? Like, you've never met him. We've never encountered you. You were not some kid in a cutscene we pushed out the way to kill her father. You were nothing. You weren't introduced properly. And I'm sorry your dad was a faceless NPC that had a death that was optional by any character playing the game.
Right.
Anyone playing the game could have made her dad's death stupid as possible. I shot a fucking arrow through her dad. But the fucking cutscene is that he took a bullet to the head.
Stabbed the motherfucker.
He took a bullet. Like, if you were gonna make his death meaningful, make his death worth it, you should have made his death a cutscene. So that way there was strict concrete proof that, hey, maybe this doctor will be important sometime in the future, or at least something. Or like when he goes in there, he kills the doctors, and then bam, you have proof, because now here's the cutscene of him killing her dad. Now when you go back to seeing cutscenes of her killing her dad, it can be literally whatever the player chose. I shot an arrow through him, you stabbed him, someone could have just quick scoped him, pulled out the sniper, shot his arms off. But no, they were like, he just got shot. Nah, he got everything. He got a little bit of everything. I'm sorry your dad was a faceless NPC that did not matter to the story, and that you didn't look up to Marlene.
Exactly. That's what I mean, and just things like that. That's not.
And if that's the case, shouldn't everyone that Joel has ever came across with come back and get him? Apparently not. I guess Joel was hard to find. Except to Abby. But I don't like the fact that Abby was just driven to just always outdo Ellie. Twice she got ambushed by Abby. And it made me more and more upset where this game was going.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, this is just again, I feel for everybody. This game isn't gonna make me like lose sleep or anything like that, or make me feel numb. No. So I'm sorry you do feel like that, Ash, and I get that, and I get all of the fucking bullshit. Because games can do that. When this is your hobby, or even just your job, and you love it like that. When things like that happen, it kind of makes you question the industry and the people you grew up looking at. Uncharted 2 ruled my fucking teenage years, man. When I was 12, I went fucking pro in that goddamn game.
Dude, I'll
So
never
the fact
forget
that I'm-
that. When my
So the
friend
fact
bought
that,
Last of Us.
Right. So the fact that I love this company so much, and they made my childhood too, because they made Jack and Daxter, and I
Jack
love
3.
those games.
Loved it.
And right. And so the fact that now you're doing this, it kind of, like I said, just because you were successful in 2000 doesn't mean it works in
Times
2020.
change, bro. Your company might be looking on some thin ice if you can't tell good stories. And now people got trust
Right.
issues. They don't want a new Uncharted. They don't want a new Last of Us. I'm pretty sure, like, nothing else is going to clutch unless you do some more cartoon Jack and Daxter shits. Another problem I have is what the fuck were they going to do with the vaccine? The world has gone to shit. Buildings are destroyed. Nature has grown practically everywhere. And even if you could rebuild the world, it would take twice as long to bring back as it took to destroy. Are you going to give the vaccine to cannibals, to rapists? What about the infected? Y'all really ready to kill this little girl for a chance and had no plan and what you guys would do if you got it? That's the thing I was talking about too. That's like kind of another push why Joel did it. The world was in shit. What are we saving? Because now there is no law. Everyone is crazy. We're going to walk up, hey, we got the cure. Give me your shit. Like, some of these people were batshit crazy. Bandits were robbing people. There were cannibals, rapists, smugglers, just like Joel, who did not care.
Right.
Then you
So
got
yeah.
the Scars and the Wolves. Those aren't good groups. I did not feel bad about killing them. They're crazy. They are insane. So now what? No, because the vaccine is a vaccine that prevents, not heal people who are infected. But for one, the infection isn't a virus, it's a fungus. They really wanted this vaccine, man. They really wanted that vaccine. You're right, it's a fungus, though. You know, I'm telling you, this game wouldn't happen if Abby just let the fucking vengeance go, bro. She should have listened to Mel. She should have listened to all the other people who weren't down for killing. Because all she did was take literally everything away from Ellie. This character literally was made to destroy Ellie and everything she stood for. Her character, her happiness, her ending. You destroyed Last of Us 1 with this. I'm disappointed in you, Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of your
Actually,
company in the first place. I played this game because I knew Mel wanted to see it, and Mel's probably going to delete this game from existence. Never happened. Just like
yeah,
Frozen 1.
right, and that's what I mean. I was a very big fan of you. Really, I was.
And if the game was if the game is building on fantasy realism, they can't make an anti-fungal vaccine. They don't have the technology in apocalyptic America if we
Right.
don't even...
They barely had the technology right now to do that
Oh,
surgery
yeah.
for Yara. What makes you think they have technology for a cure?
What they should have done is just build their community and slowly
Back
take
up.
out the
Back up.
infected.
Mm-hmm.
They should have just left everything alone.
This is the new.
Why are you traveling all the way that far to get your vengeance if you knew like things were out there that can kill you? Clickers, fungal monsters, everything is still out there. That world is not safe. So the fact that you are willing to risk the lives of all your friends to go there in the first place, and look, Abby almost died because she got overrun by runners. You saw how many runners came at her at the beginning. You saw how unsafe this trip was. You saw how like distasteful everything was. Traveling out all the way to the outbacks to be like, we're gonna torture a guy and leave, and thought you can get away safe in a post-apocalypse. What the fuck were you thinking, Abby? What the fuck were you thinking of existing? Her whole existence is such a nuance. She got away from hanging from the tree. She got away from being kidnapped. She got away from she got away from Ellie because Ellie let her go. So what did Ellie learn? And what the fuck was Ellie supposed to learn other than vengeance is bad? And it's not her fault watching Joel die like that. But what is her fault is treating Joel like shit after finding out the truth. The problem is that the fine details of the world weren't important in The Last of Us. The story was centered around Joel and Ellie and their growing relationship, and the setting was to enhance what Joel and Ellie were going through. The vaccine wasn't important. It was Ellie's death. But now it's important to the story because Abby and her friends make it important. They're like, he could have saved the world. I'm like, is the world worth saving at that point? That's the real question. That's all I'm asking. One simple answer. Was the world worth saving at that point? Did it really matter? Abby, me and the entire stream felt no remorse for your team's death. Owen and Mel's death was their own fault because all Mel had to do, and let's talk about Mel too. What the fuck was up with Mel and her character? You didn't like Abby. You shown that you didn't like Abby. And what do? You die protecting Owen because you refused to tell them where Abby went because you knew where she went, and you could have just said it and walked away. Especially if you brought up, hey, like, listen, I'm pregnant or shit like that. Something, anything to make it better. But you didn't. You died. You died for Abby. For what? Your death was meaningless. It was so stupid. I was so mad. I'm so mad. Let's just get this over with. Alright. I was like, Leon, did you die? I think Leon died. But yeah, Mel's character, like at the end, compared to the character we were shown in Abby's story, made no sense when she encountered Ellie and refused to tell her the information. Should have just told her.
Your revenant still lives. He's nothing to me, Bihar.
Oh my god.
The best of you, Nighthawk.
Oh my god. That game. Had to talk about it. I'm sorry. That was just something that had to be discussed. Had to be mentioned. Couldn't do it. Last of Us 1 forces us to act out Joel's decision. It isn't a cutscene we watch, it's an action we take. Some players wanted to take everything down to save Ellie, others players were just going through the motions, but at the end of the day we save Ellie. We rationalize Joel's actions because we act them out, but when this sequel makes it seem like it's the worst thing ever. We were just trying to help her.
Okay.
That's it. That's all we were doing. We were just trying to help. That's it. What did this game do to that? I can imagine people being sad, hurt, robbed, stole, like, just cheated out of everything they waited for the past 7 years of this game existing. 7 years ago, this game came out, and it was an amazing game. It was such an innovative turn from Last of Us. Like, Last of Us 1 really... I replayed it like 3 times on my PS3 when I was younger. It was so fun. Put on a different outfit for Joel and Ellie, and I was like, let's do it again. Let's relive this shit. And man, it was fucking great. This game, this story, I never want to look at it again. I never want to be there. I don't want to relive this. Last of Us 2 punishes us for the actions that Last of Us 1 forced us to take. And I shouldn't have to feel bad about that choice.
Exactly.
The whole reason we killed Marlene was the same purpose as this game, why it shouldn't exist. You were just going to come back for us. That's why Joel killed Marlene. He didn't spare her for that reason. You were just going to come back. And what do? You find out through someone that Joel's alive, and you know what? You didn't even get a name. Like, all you had was a name to go by. It could be anyone at that point. You're just going off a guess. Oh, I heard here that Joel's around. I'm like, you didn't see him. You can guess how he looks like. Hell, you could have gotten the wrong Joel at that point. You were just killing anyone. What if another guy came in, old as hell, saying, my name's Joel. Abby tortured and killed him. Congratulations, your closure's on the wrong person. You know what would have been easier? Like if you had a photo of him or something. Anything, something. Impregnant idiot was the word. I'm sorry, there was 2 pregnant idiots. So you need to describe, like, Mel or Dina. Because Dina hiding it was stupid, and Mel enlisting herself in front lines was also stupid. Like, the pregnant is being thrown like it's a goddamn Pokemon, and I'm out here trying to capture Mewtwo. Both. She said both.
You have no choice.
They are all idiots. And might I say, I actually do enjoy doing this whole podcasting. It's very interesting.
Yeah, that's why, I don't know if a lot of you know this, but I do sometimes do a podcast just on myself with topics. And that's why I kind of like this thing, because it gets me, no one can tell me when I'm fucking wrong. It's my fucking podcast. And then 2, I'm just delivering
I always wanted to say this on a
my...
podcast. I'm a little retarded when it comes to games.
Right, and it's my opinion, you can't change that. But I also can't change yours, but I also like having a
Earth is flat.
discussion about that. And okay, you're wrong. But
No, it's flat around the globe.
So, you know, I really like these type of things, these type of podcasts, because it not only helps us connect with everyone else, but it makes you see what we see, or give you a little insight to what we think to a lot of things.
Yeah.
So, you know,
At the end of the day, I don't want people to get it twisted. We don't hate any types of people. We don't hate gays. We don't hate trans. We're not racist. We're not like that. We just don't like characters who are made in such ways, and they're their only clutch, their only gimmick, their only special. If you don't make a character good, then it doesn't matter what
if
they
your
are.
only gimmick is the fact that you're a transgender or gay, I'm sorry, but that don't make you fucking special.
That doesn't make a character good. Like, if you make a character good and then you find out that they're gay, it's like, oh, good, cool.
Right.
That's like
and
a
if your
bonus
gimmick
thing.
is the only thing is that you're straight and you're all about chicks, even then you're pretty
That's
boring.
ass. Like, if you're just
Right.
out here just a womanizer, if you're not like Manny womanizing, then it's not going to be entertaining because Manny's at least funny. But you're out here talking about, yeah, I just bang girls. Like, bro, I don't
Bang
care if
girls
you're
and shit.
straight.
Yeah.
Like, and
Right,
it's like,
and
it's
get all
weird
this
to rub
pussy.
that in my face. I get mad pussy. Imagine that, and the whole time Manny's just talking about man pussy.
Right. And it's like the same thing for a girl. If the only thing is that you hop on every dick in the street, not only are you a slut, but you're a boring character.
Can't say that. Because Manny is
I like-
also a slut.
Yeah, he's a slut too.
Oh,
That's
Manny's
what I mean.
a definite slut.
Yeah, they're
Like,
both
I get
sluts.
Ash was being mad
Yeah,
at
boy
Dina
was
for...
banging
No,
everything.
hold on. Because I know Ash was mad at Dina for having unprotected sex with Jesse. Because she was trying to make the argument, why are you doing that in post-apocalypse? And I was trying to explain to her, like, people have urges. Like, I get that you don't understand, like, you don't get it. You don't feel those urges, but people do have those urges, so they do it. It's a dumb decision, but it's their choice at the end.
I would honestly
Manny,
kind of like Manny didn't give a fuck.
Manny,
Manny just okay, I'm
Manny
gonna shoot
is
my
a
load into
fucking
everything.
idiot.
Right.
Like, that's a person I understand. You cannot be a fuckboy in the
Right.
apocalypse.
With the apocalypse, what I would try to do is to find condoms before I make that decision. Because if there is no condom,
Actually, if anyone brings us up,
then yeah.
yeah, if anyone brings us up as phobic, just bring them to me. And I'm like, okay.
Right.
I was like, I'll be sure to
So
have
you know,
Ash talk.
exactly kind of like what Mel was saying. Them urges, exactly.
The merges.
Everyone does have that. Everyone does have that urge. But before you have that urge, if you really can't find any condoms in the post-apocalyptic thing, okay, then you have to take that chance.
Jesse's
But
pull-out
if
game
we're being-
weak.
Right,
Sorry.
but if you're someone like Annie,
Manny.
who's just fucking everything that walks.
Manny is a goddamn idiot. So Manny's one of the people you need to yell at in a
Right.
zombie apocalypse. Why are you smashing all these women in the zombie apocalypse? You're worse than... No, actually Negan's worse. Hold on. Negan took your wives.
Right. I'm gonna be able to screw any of my wives tonight. Wait,
Yeah,
listen.
Negan's a slut too. I don't care. Negan out here, you're literally stealing people's girlfriends and wives. Like, fuck you, dude. But, you know, that's fine. Do whatever you want. Fuck you.
Right.
Oh
No.
my god. Them urges, gross. Ash.
Yeah, so it's just then it has nothing to do. We're not racist. We don't care who you like, what you do, who you are. If your only gimmick is the fact that you're a gay character or a straight character,
If you're
you
just
bring
a
nothing
straight
to the
character
story.
and you constantly bring up that you're straight and have to back away,
Right.
then I don't care. Like, fuck you, dude. You're
Right, you're not interesting. You're pretty fucking boring, if anything.
yeah. If your only entertaining thing about you is like only interesting about you is your sexuality, I want to know like your history, why you're like this, why you're angry. I like personality of a character. That makes me feel engaged. That's why I like Vincent so much and Catherine, because Vincent is always tired, depressed. He's sad. He believes he cheated on his girlfriend. And you genuinely feel bad for the guy. See, that's a good character. Love him or hate him,
Yeah.
he's a good character. All his friends feel human. Catherine's feel human. Catherine is a good game. I wish I could stream
Yeah.
it, but they blocked the endings, so I have to legit start all over with the capture card. Sorry. Love to bring it back, Catherine, but they decided, hey, we're not doing this. And I'm like, Sega, you goddamn pieces of shit. But
Right.
Leon does bring up a good point. See how all these people are smart enough to survive all this, but not smart enough to keep things under wraps. Vincent goes
Right.
through the motions. I love Vincent. He was one of my favorite characters in the PS3. That's a character I'll
Exactly.
always remember. I always bring up Vincent.
Oh shit, I wouldn't even mind streaming fucking Catherine if people actually wanted that shit.
I
Because
fucking can't.
I really love just going back to that. So if anyone wants to see Catherine, I can definitely do that. Because that's the game I don't mind going back to.
I'm bringing back Near Automata. We're going back to our healthy schedule of video games. Good shit. And we'll find another multiplayer to do. We'll probably do like three on three or Paladins or some shit. Doesn't matter. But
Yeah,
cause this shit.
and that's what I mean when it comes to a bad game like this, and we're doing a schedule like him. He's doing Nier Automata. I do Devil May Cry, Mafia, and then we all go to an exclusive game, and it turns out like this. It kind of, at least for me, turns me off in the sense where it's hard to turn on the camera again because I'm very disappointed.
All right. She also said, I mean, yes, the fact that they're pregnant, but it's more towards the fact that they're putting themselves in danger while pregnant. That is true. They are fucking
Exactly.
idiots. I think Dina and Mel are idiots for doing that. I
Legit,
think
when Mel said, oh, he cleared me for active duty. Are you okay with going out like that? Yeah. Why not? I don't.
why?
You don't
You're
care about your own
pregnant.
kid?
You couldn't
Why
wait till
haven't
you gave
Fuck
birth.
you. What about your kid?
And now look, your kid's dead because of your actions. And while you were away, I was talking about Mel and how she was like a really shitty driven character because you gave out this whole backstory about Mel not liking Abby but refusing to give up her location to Ellie. Makes no fucking sense. Contradicts her character. You don't like Abby, but you like her enough to die, you know? Like I get it, oh, she was protecting Owen, but like why'd you hesitate to tell her? It's like, oh, you're just gonna kill us, and it's just like, bro, I would have just been like, spare Owen, please. I'll just tell you where she is. Don't kill him. Like, I'm pregnant. Anything to prove that you were not loyal to Abby. But you did it. You did it.
Right.
And then she gets thrown around in a truck. Thrown around a truck. Nah, 5 minutes after being cleared. They didn't even get ambushed. That's kind of funny. It's ass, but it's funny.
Huh. Just...
What can I say? What can I say?
Yeah. That's what
Pregnant
I mean.
idiot.
After a while,
Instantly.
it just takes it takes it out of you.
I don't
Everything.
see. It's like that's why I kind of liked What the fuck? Who the fuck was that? Who the fuck was that? What the fuck? Yeah, you just said don't say anything. Who is that? You probably want to apologize for that. Probably want to apologize later, but like you did join the stream. Sorry.
Yeah, you did join a stream, so the best thing to do is act like a statue.
Yes. That was weird.
So, right. But anyway, that was the person playing Dead by Daylight, which I'm not playing right now because I am doing a stream. But
Yeah.
I'll apologize later. But anyway.
Yeah, definitely apologize before she unfriends you.
Huh.
We came all kind of aggressive. Don't say anything. Oh, I see how it is. I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit. Like, who the fuck? That's another thing. Why do people just join parties?
Go ahead.
People are weird. You're the leader? No wonder I couldn't do anything.
What am I doing? I should have done that a long time ago. But
Yeah.
interesting
saying?
emotes.
I don't know. After just like, that whole person joining, I was like, what the fuck is going on? It's like I was like walking into a whole chat room. What? That's
You
why I
know,
always
so.
wait for an invite for you. You don't, Ash. You're not the type of people that have to wait for an invite. You can just join in.
Yeah, I
That
was
was a
about to say
complete
yeah,
random
you're part of
stranger.
this, Ash.
Yeah, you're
You are
part of
part
the
of
group,
this.
you fucking dumbass. Don't out here saying like I wait for invites. No, you can join whatever. But
Right.
it's the critical. It's principle. You are not only you don't know who the first person is, you don't even know the second person, and you just join the party. I don't know who you are, and Chronica is dead. The death sequence always looks so painful for me because she always looked like she tried. She was like, "I'm getting out of here alive," and I'm like, "Chronica, adios." But yeah, I was like, you don't really have to worry about that. It's more of just random people.
Before I was Nightwolf, I was a fool named Greycloud. Born into poverty, I resented my ancestors for giving up our future to colonizers. Kano offered a way out, promising riches if I stole my tribe's most sacred relics. I was sorely tempted, but then I realized that by saving myself, I'd be surrendering the last of my people's dignity. For the first time, I defended the Matoka's pride. Kano was unimpressed. But as I lay dying, the Great Spirit came to me. By rejecting Kano, I had proven worthy of an ancient honor. The mantle of Nightwolf, legendary defender of the Matoka. Now, as I inherit Kronika's mantle, the way before me is split. The Keeper of Time
Anyway,
cannot also be my
apologize.
lord's defender.
But
Which path do I choose?
Mom.
Did you apologize to him?
At times
Yeah, she said, yeah, sure, it's all good. I said I'll play with her like in a moment, maybe if we're up for it.
history.
Yeah, sure.
But anyway, back to the shooting game. Point is, this game, this game is a very disappointing one. You have to be able to push the envelope, and you can't always. A sequel won't always save a franchise. If anything, it can make it look to where the company's losing it. Because kind of like a singing career or a rapping career or an acting career, you're not always in your prime, you're not always going to be funny, and you're not always going to be good anymore.
Yeah.
A quarterback got until they're like 36 until you start seeing that they're fucking getting old.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
In real life, sure, but a story where you have to control over everything, you make someone pregnant, acts like he doesn't want to be pregnant and has no regard for a child, it's fine if you use it in a way to flesh out their character, but here it's just used as dramatics. And it doesn't make sense because, like, it makes me mad because Abby and Ellie's story is literally just a mirror of each other. Like, everything that Abby's going through is kind of like what Ellie's going through. Slowly losing your friends, but the only different outcome is that the pregnant one only died on one side, but they're both dealing with two pregnant idiots. My voice will always be in prime. What? What did I mean? But yeah, fuck. Game ass. I give it a nay. If you are looking for something for story, don't buy this.
if
But
you're looking even for gameplay, don't even play this.
wait
Buy
for it
the
to be
first
on
one.
sale. Wait for it to be on sale, or wait for it to be free on Plus in 7 years. Because honestly, you're better off playing Last of Us 3 times than this game once.
Exactly. Put the game on normal mode on Last of Us 1 and have a blast. Literally, that game is so fun.
And then play on Survivor.
Even the multiplayer, right? Even the multiplayer is still pretty strong with a decent sized community, and that's a good multiplayer.
Same thing
you
I
know,
said
for what
about the
it was.
RE3 remake. The RE3 remake, the fact that Capcom had the audacity to say it was done without even throwing in the polygon skins hurt my soul. That was like the
Right,
whole thing I
exactly.
liked about streaming it. I was like, I get to be the polygons the whole time.
Right,
That hurt.
and that was the thing that kind of just sucked about Resident Evil 3 because everyone knows how much I like that franchise, and I was very excited for Resident Evil 3. And then when they did that, cut a lot of things out, and just ruined something that made me this was supposed to be this big, unstoppable monster
And he
and it
turned
turns
into
into
events, just routes.
right, just
Point A,
right,
point
routes,
B.
and we know when he's coming. Resident
Script?
Evil
No,
3,
it's
he
scripted. That's what I
controlled.
meant to say. It's
Yeah,
scripted.
very scripted.
Yeah,
In
I don't
Resident Evil
like
3,
that.
the original, he controlled you. He controlled the area.
He
Literally,
controlled the game. He could
He
be
could
like, you're
stop you
safe.
from going into a place safely. Anyway, if you felt like you going to this, and all of a sudden you hear stars, and then you knew you had to fucking you had a chance to either go forward or you have to backtrack, and you might have to backtrack even more because he likes to keep following you for a little bit.
But yeah, yeah. These things happen, and pretty much there needs to be a big overhaul change in how big studios, because indie games make more memorable shit than this one. I would rather go back to play Hotline Miami 1 and 2 than this. And Hotline Miami, like, 2, it's like sequences were all over the place, but in the end, the ending, man, that shit hit different. That shit hurt a lot. I'm sad. But I still remember Hotline Miami. It's like if your game's not even like remembered, then was it even worth making? Sure, you're gonna have some people that like this game because no one in the world is gonna be 100%. It's never gonna happen. The only thing we can 100% confirm in the world of everyone in it is that we live and we die. That's it. Except for that one guy who's immortal. But I will find you. This is why I said I'm not trusting big name studios with stories anymore. That's fine. I get that. But
Right, that's what I mean, and that's why a lot of people. I remember there's for a while. I don't remember any of us, me, you, Bonds, Donald, any of us picking an exclusive game. For a while, we were playing all indie games because exclusive games a lot of times they disappoint, while indie games, on the other hand, are so amazing, and where to get most of them is the Nintendo store.
yeah, indie games are dummy cheap in the Nintendo store. So like, if y'all want to hear my recommendations, you got to get Minecraft Dungeons. I like to get games on the Switch because things that are local. I love Switch because like I can bring it on the go. So I love bringing it to a friend's house.
Yep.
Easy setup, easy launch time. Everyone gets to play.
Easy launch time. Yeah.
Moving Out. Moving Out is a really good co-op game. I don't even move furniture half the time with people. I just slap them. Every time Corey and Xavier fuck up, I'm like, hey, pick up that couch.
Yep.
Streets of Rage 4, it's probably the best. Like, the best type of sequel that needs to be a thing. Like, holy shit.
And that wasn't talked about as much.
Streets of Rage 4 did so good shit. I'm the best at Minecraft Dungeons. Shut up, Mel. Fucking Streets of Rage 4 is so good. Mel, you gotta download that. We gotta play that together. But, oh my god. The fact that not only did they think about their roots, they kept everything going. They added new combo features. Shit, they added online co-op.
Right, all the all the characters.
All the characters from all the older games are thrown into that. That is like a dream. It's a fever dream. It's a really good game, and I'm glad it exists. So if you ever feel like your fandom and it's a beat 'em up. It's a really good beat 'em up. If you ever feel like a game is like a fandom is dead, never forget the last Streets of Rage came out in the 90s. Streets of Rage 3 was an arcade in the 90s. And you're telling me 2020, that's when they make their fourth one? And it's amazing. It's so fucking... I replayed that shit with Leon.
Yeah, no, he's talking about Streets of Rage 4. Definitely, we should all play that shit.
Streets of Rage 4 is so fucking fun.
It is.
I loved it. I loved it. That I was like kind of skeptical at first. I'm like, hopefully this will go well. But once they show me, oh yeah, when you beat the game, retro pack. I'm like, what? What? I can play as old school and play online and pop alts and do shit. And the AIs are actually annoying. Fucking hate the cops. Cops in Streets of Rage are so fucking annoying.
God,
the one with the taser is so annoying.
With the taser just walks up.
Grab. Yeah, it's pretty bullshit if you ask me. You still there? Alright, cool. I thought I lagged out because this shit is getting kind of laggy. No, no, my PS4 froze on. Like, my PS4 and the PS3 froze on the other side, so I didn't know if I was still lagging. But, fuck. Yeah, Streets of Rage 4 is really fun. You can play as every single character that ever existed in Streets of Rage. Amazing. Adam Hunter, good character. Cherry and Axel from Streets of Rage 3. Cherry and Axel can run. If you're into just basic Ryu, just play as Axel. Streets of Rage 4, he's got that beard, looking dummy thick. What was that dude's name? Floyd? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Floyd? Floyd's big dick energy, love him. 2-man grab. But yo, the old school characters do so much damage, and no one believes me. I still think Streets of Rage 3 Axel is the most broken character in that game because he has the longest finisher with invincibility frames, and it's great. I love it. I recommend that game. Get it for your Switch. We can all play together. Me and Leon got it. We can go beat some shit up and let our frustration out. We can treat them all like Abby and every other person we wanted to fucking deal with. But I'm probably gonna go take a break now after this battle. I think we wrapped up everything that needed to be said about this game.
We wrapped up pretty much. Yeah,
Like, we went in there, the core
basically
value, character development, everything that went wrong. Life not
really
being
did.
fair
And
to
then-
Ellie. Jesse and Joel's lying reveal trailer that was like, that's
We
false
really did all
advertisement, by the way.
this- Right. Yeah, and we literally said that is false advertisement. The Last
Naughty
of Us 2,
Dog?
we basically gave you everything.
Naughty Dog,
Yeah, we
that's
have.
false advertisement.
Right. And a lot of companies do it, but you did it very much the worst.
Danganronpa does it the best way possible. Because Danganronpa will tell you right off the bat, hey, this demo is not going to be canon. It's just to show you what the story is going to be like.
But someone dies.
But you can go off this theory, and that's why Yashihiro dies in that game, and people have cutscenes and images of him being dead, even though he never died in the original game, because they let you know this demo is non-canon. It's just an example. Did you know there was a V3 demo, and it was like it was Shuichi, Kaede, Makoto, Yashihiro, and all of them? Like it was a little bit mix of a bunch of Danganronpa cast characters, and Yashihiro still died.
Yep.
They love killing Yashihiro in the demo.
Sure, my God.
I like Yashihiro, but like I'm glad his death is only non-canon. Wish I could say that with a lot of other characters, but you know I'm not allowed to speak my opinion. But after this battle, it's over. It's done.
Yeah, and then we spoke just about the core values of just new IPs, just experimenting with things, and this generation has to do it. Literally, your consoles are being worked on to being built like PCs, to being expensive like that, so where you guys have the chance. Support the new games, and if they're good, they're fucking good. Support it.
I want to see a game that makes me cry. I haven't cried about a game in a minute. It's been so long as I felt sad about a game, like genuinely
The last
cried.
game that made me cry was like Danganronpa.
Oh, dude, I'm not gonna lie. Danganronpa V3 made me cry. Like when you go further into the cases, I think past chapter 4, I actually did cry. Like all the other like blackens and executions, I'm like, this is really fucking sad. But like, you let me know when you're at the end of that. I'll work on Danganronpa 2 right now after this stream. But I think that wraps it all up. This game made me cry. Well, I'm sorry that you cried over bullshit. And that bullshit writing got to be more famed and renowned than anything. But I promise you, Ash, this game will not be remembered positive. Like, there will be no positive memories from this game. It will just be that redundant, forgetful mess of a game, just like how Leon treats Uncharted 3. So, I want to thank you for letting out your opinions, what you felt, everything. Truly appreciate it. It was fun to do a podcast. We'll probably do it again more often if we can find a good topic. But, yes, don't forget, tune into Discord. Check out YouTube if you want to see this podcast again. And don't pull no bullshit where you mix our words from what we said and tangle it up and
definitely
make it seem like we're hateful. Because then I will throw
then you're
you out
gonna
of
get
a
us
window.
popular, and then you're gonna look stupid.
And then we're going to sit there and be like, yeah, you didn't hear us at this one part.
Right. So.
My controller died. I gotta go. We gotta... This game sucks. I want a refund. Thank you.
Thank you.
Fucking, I can't close the stream, Leon. I can't close. God damn.